SQUIDminders has stuff for you, and we are looking forward to partnering in any way we can. So, it is a really remarkable, phenomena. It's the year of the squid. That's one of the big things. Is it's time.
And it's so hard in the film business, right? Because only, less than 1% of the films ever hit this status. And I got to tell you, I'm sure Korea and many other places have been doing stories at least this good, and they do have to fight against a system that is very American-centric. Like, when I go to Taiwan, it turned out the one thing that we all had in common was American movies. So we sat over dinner one night and we were talking over all these American movies, and they knew almost as many, if not more, than I did. Right? And that's like one of America's biggest exports is entertainment, of all things. That was one of my lessons, though, Dr. Mel, about traveling international, is that it made me realize even more that America is obsessed with entertainment. I mean, obsessed, right? So, Beth, I don't know, did you watch Squid Games? Did you actually finish it?
I've never watched it. I know I have many friends that have talked about it. Honestly, I've never gotten into the whole watching stuff on Netflix thing ever. I have enough basically network shows that I'm in love with. So I've never really watched anything on Netflix. I've picked up some stuff on Hulu, but usually it's just stuff that I've missed. Yeah, my broadcast stuff. So because of the work I do, sometimes it's just hard to find time to carve in to like broaden my horizons, so to speak. I mean, I have several books I've picked up. Todd Fisher wrote this wonderful book about his family, mostly because his mom and sister. But in case you don't know who that is, Mel, that's Todd Fisher is Carrie Fisher's brother and Debbie Reynolds' son. And he wrote a book called My Girls, and I've picked it up like 6 times at least, and I've gotten 3 chapters in. And then I put it down for several months. I went back to go back to the last chapter and go forward a couple chapters. I never finished the book, and it's all full of such wonderful family history. It's just like, this is time to sit down and like absorb a book, or absorb a Netflix series. I mean, I've heard of people sitting down and like binge watching like an entire series, like a whole like 10, 12, 13 episodes.
Yeah, one of the things that people are saying about Squid Game is that they are, some people are pressing play and then 9 hours later getting up.
Yeah, it's very absorbing, apparently, because it sounds like one of those things where you start to watch and you're like, wait, at what point do I just hit the pause button and get up and like go to the bathroom?
Exactly.
Get some food, or
Haven't you ever seen the Portlandia? I just don't
have that kind of brain. Mine's not wired that way.
Beth, have you seen the Portlandia episode? So you got to go back and watch Portlandia episodes. So they start binge watching Battlestar Galactica and like they lose their jobs.
Oh my God!
The rebooted Battlestar Galactica, the new one, right?
Yeah. Oh, the new one. I think I might have watched a partial episode of it somewhere, but I was the old school Battlestar Galactica. And I would probably sit down and watch 2 or 3 episodes of that all at once, but I don't know if I would watch the entire series.
They have a female Starbucks. But Dr. Mel, one of the things that really comes around off of that is, have you read the book, The Long Tail?
I know of it. I have a reading disability, and I managed to finish my doctorate and get away with having a reading disability and a doctorate. But tell me the story of The Long Tail.
The Long Tail's easy, because what happened is that there used to be that big brick and mortar stores controlled everything, right? Because if it wasn't in a brick and mortar store, you couldn't get it. Now, things like Amazon or other online places have created the long tail, which is they basically have infinite amount of shelf space. I think I heard that basically when Amazon sells 3 of a product, it becomes profitable.
Interesting.
3. So what they can do now, and then it says that, and this is matched with consumer choices. So with consumer choices, all of us now want our unique needs met. So not just pop culture music like Michael Jackson. You want to say like, I want like French reggaeton from Costa Rica from 2008. That niche actually exists.
That's weird.
Right? And you can get all the music you want from it. So the long tail says that, products have these, what I call exponential curves, meaning, that the top product over here sells a lot more, like 80-20 rule, like this. But the long tail says all the products way down here that only sell 3, 10, 20, 100 or whatever are now profitable. And so the long tail has gotten rid of the mega hits. That's why there hasn't been a Michael Jackson since Michael Jackson. Because there's so much choice now, it would be very hard to unify on a pop star like it used to be, where it was one person. Now it's spread out amongst so many people. And so the other part is that you now can have a business as a niche, right? There are a lot of people who can have a product and they can start selling it on Amazon and be very successful. Other marketplaces, right? There's a guy who made like a Triomino's like app on the Apple Store. He was the first there. He got $250,000 in his first year.
What? I'm in the wrong business.
Because things like the App Store, right, have infinite shelf space. Therefore, if you can find a small niche of people, then you have a business. And so so there's a whole bunch of things inside the long tail. So none of this stuff was possible before, because in a brick and mortar, it costs so much money to put that infrastructure, like you couldn't hold the long space. So even like we were talking about Microsoft, Steve Ballmer made his name in Procter & Gamble by making bigger boxes, and they would take all the expensive space in the middle where all the most products were sold and push all the other products. There's no product could have a chance, right, of outselling them because they paid for the best shelf space.
I did not know that was, okay, so Balmer.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the one who made the big box, right? That big box held this thin disk of software.
Yeah.
That was him.
Interesting. By the way, did you know, John, that Amazon is going back towards brick and mortar, but brick and mortar in the new fashion? It's basically, it's kind of, we have something similar at Climate Pledge. It's called Just Walk Out. You walk in, you put your palm down, you walk in and grab whatever products you have. I think you put your palm down when you walk out, and boom, you're out. I guess they're putting a lot of them they're putting them in other spaces, like my sister's SQUIDminders she worked at. Yeah. They put one in their space. So it's kind of weird that they're kind of going sort of back to it in a weird fashion.
Well, look at the Apple Store, right? So actually, I've actually got some details on this because I heard the backstory on the Microsoft side. Okay, so that the Apple Store in one way doesn't make any sense because you got to have a bunch of brick and mortar for a cell phone that you could buy from somebody. But right, the Apple Store is genius because people loved hanging out there. So all the time, people would come in there and spend hours there, learn about new products, get their products fixed, right? Learn a new skill, and now they become totally brand loyal. So Microsoft actually created the Microsoft Store, right? You could go to the Microsoft Store at any time, by the way, and get a free drink. You just sit at the counter and say, what would you like? They'll get you cranberry, a soda, a water, right? So they were trying to emulate the model because Microsoft Store was late. They were late, okay? So they did it, and they made community events, right? And you could get your stuff fixed there. I actually made appointments, brought my laptop that didn't work there. They fixed it. That was actually a much better experience than sitting on phone support, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's why they call it the Genius Bar, right?
Oh my God, yeah, it's a Genius Bar. Okay, so now listen to this though. In the pandemic, there was like something like 64 stores. They closed them all because it was a pandemic, right? So nobody can go in the store. So what Microsoft decided to do with all the people is that they offered them all training, right? They could get training and work from home. Something like 85% of the store people took that. The other 15 said, I just only wanted to work in the store, and they left. And so what they were able to do is take all that people that they already had pre-trained, just retrain them to work from home. And a lot of them, for instance, were doing Microsoft Teams demo because Teams actually quadrupled its user base or more during the time. So I thought it was really an innovative use. And they said they shut down all the stores and retrained everybody in like 90 days.
Wow.
Amazing how people pivoted. I mean, every business pretty much had to pivot, as they call it. I mean,
and that story never really got out, I thought. You know, like, again, I kind of heard it a little bit on the inside. But I thought it was a really impressive story because, again, sometimes Microsoft is not known for pivoting well. And also, sometimes they're not known for taking care of their people well. But they really offered, I thought, a great choice for all these people that were in the store. And the store people are really knowledgeable. You know, if the store people are there for a long time, they usually know more, right? You know, it's like REI, right? If you get somebody who's been at 14 years at REI, they know every single product and what works and what doesn't. But if you get the new person, you have no idea. So they added a lot of value, and I was really, really impressed to hear that. Of course, now Microsoft clocked their highest net profit of almost all time. Stock hit 330, 25 or 30 this week.
Wow.
So
I think Amazon has done the same thing, actually. Gone up, way up.
they're
Yeah.
all in the right place right now, though, right, Beth? I
Right.
can't. I'll be honest. I bought almost everything in the last 19 months off of Amazon now.
I mean, when I didn't get at Whole Foods, when I was working at a Whole Foods, using my Amazon discount because I shopped. John knows this, Mel, but you don't. I shopped for a couple of years. I was a shopper, Amazon shopper, when you ordered from Prime, and I've ended my career with them because, frankly, it was becoming kind of toxic. Some of the changes they were making, and some of the people I was working with, and some of the management of the store itself. So I've got enough venue work that I never really needed the job so much as it was a means to an end. It kept me busy because I'm a busy girl. I like to be busy.
I have
can't
things.
stand to be home. and
We
doing
need your
nothing.
help. So if you
Yeah,
need
it's-
busy, I've got things.
Yeah,
Beth-
so
Beth-
I have three
Beth-
venues basically, and it's my life is full enough with that. And I felt really proud that I was part of the solution for people who didn't or couldn't shop in person.
Mhm.
And I had people actually validate that to me by vocalizing it to me. One of them actually, I had to completely disengage from the app when I was working and go take a moment of 5 and cry because she touched my heart
Mhm.
in a way that I hadn't expected. So I knew that what I did had value, and I was also paid handsomely, but also I really more did it and stayed with it because I stayed healthy somehow by the grace of God, I guess, or some other deity. But yeah, so now I'm a venue queen, as I call myself.
You've
So I
always
serve
been a
people
venue
in
queen.
person.
Yeah.
Right, Beth's been the queen of venues forever, but when there were nothing in the venues, you had to go find something else.
Yep, and I even was part of the vaccine clinic here in Seattle. I
Nice.
did about 2/3 of the shifts. Basically, I was at the door greeting the volunteers and some of the paid staff as they came in every day when I worked. So I did that and Amazon at the same time, which was really stressful, but I did it.
Dr. Mel, look who joined us. It's Elizabeth Razug.
Hello, Elizabeth. Another Elizabeth. I go by Beth, but hi.
I go by whatever I'm called. How are you?
Whatever you're called. I go by whatever I'm called as long as they don't call me like something like the C word. Then I'm okay.
I get that as well.
I've been called that with the word stupid effing C word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Elizabeth, I think, is in a unique location, Dr. Mel. Can you guess where she is at?
Especially she's in a prison.
It definitely has is it a prison?
I am in the Ohio State Reformatory right now.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Oh
I
my
think I-
gosh. So you know that Zimbardo was here earlier? Do you know?
No, I wasn't. I
Okay.
just got back on.
So welcome to our crazy space. So you know about this through John, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So have you ever heard of the Stanford prison experiment?
I have not.
Okay. John, could you please bring up a YouTube trailer of the Stanford Prison Experiment 2015 movie and run that trailer?
Oh, I can see it. Yes.
I think that we can show the trailer without any issues.
I think so. Let me check.
But you want to know about this. If you're working in a prison, you definitely want to know about this. This was groundbreaking research back in the 70s. And a lot of people don't know about it and should.
Have you seen the movie Shawshank?
Yes.
That is where I am at.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
I love Shawshank. What a great movie. Okay, you ready?
Go for it.
Here we go.
it.
So let's see this trailer.
Would you rather be a guard or a prisoner?
I don't think I have the qualities to be a guard.
Prisoner.
Prisoner, I guess.
Prisoner sounds like it would be a little less work.
Prisoner.
Why's that?
Nobody likes guards.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. This experiment will be an extension of my research into the effects prisons can have on human behavior. You're gonna be pleased to know that you all have been chosen to be the prison guards. But under no circumstances whatsoever are you to physically assault the prisoners in any way. So remember, just as you were watching the prisoners, my graduate staff and I will be watching you.
All right, gentlemen, we gonna have ourselves a lot of fun.
Rule number 1, prisoners must remain silent. This is an exercise period.
Okay, is it just me, or are these guys taking this thing a bit too seriously?
Why don't you give me 20 push-ups?
Look at this guy. Thinks he's John Wayne or something.
You address me as Mr. Correctional Officer.
This might be an interesting 2 weeks after all.
Why don't you make up your bunk, 8612?
I did, Mr. Correctional Officer.
Well, that's not what I see.
Hey, what are you doing? It's just me now!
Wow.
What was that?
You just hit him. You're not supposed to hit him!
Should we step in?
No, let the guards figure it out. Let's see where it goes. Good evening, gentlemen. How about we make this one a night to remember?
This is all real. They won't let you go. They won't let us leave.
Those are not prisoners. Those are not subjects. Those are boys, and you are harming them.
Please, let me out of here. I want out. I want out now.
You thought you were gonna get some playtime in the yard, boy? Is that what you thought this was gonna be?
Oh, wow.
I had no idea it would turn out this way.
Yikes. Well, that had my heart racing. Seriously.
That's insane.
Oh, wait, Dr. Mel, let's get you. Oh, one more time. Go ahead, Dr. Mel.
So Billy Crudup plays Phil Zimbardo, and Phil Zimbardo was here earlier.
Oh, wow.
He is one of the reasons that SQUIDminders exists. He is a close friend and mentor, and over the last year and a half has just been bugging me, like, you have to get the squid stuff out there. So in 1971, he was a professor at Stanford, and he did this controversial experiment that became legendary overnight. It is in the top 2 of the most famous, most infamous experiments that can never be replicated because it's unethical to replicate them, except that they're being replicated constantly because prisons exist.
Right.
So it's the nature of, if you have this group of people dehumanized and this group of people put in charge of dehumanizing them, bad things happen.
Amen.
And so that was what he did back in the 70s, literally 50 years ago. We celebrated the 50th anniversary of the experiment in August. Celebrating being an odd term for it, but
Right.
it's been 50 years since that research was presented and had an enormous impact on the world, including how psychology studies must be approved of beforehand. Stanford had approved that study. Based on all of what you just saw there, that was approved of, but you cannot do another study like that because all of the ethics reviews said harm to your participants is not okay. All participants must be able to leave at any time without it being complicated to figure out how. So in any case, really interesting backstory to it. You are in a prison. I want to know everything about who you are, why you're there, what's going on, and how cool it is that you're here.
Wow.
Welcome.
This is a very cool place. And I might have to ditch at any point in time because we're getting ready to start the haunt. So the Ohio State Reformatory closed quite a few years back. And it's pretty much got a lot of really weird condemned parts of it. But it's a historical place, and they tour it daily around here. But we have sections in the East Cell Block, West Cell Block, Solitary, and Central Guard that we create haunted houses here for the season. So we have a Halloween haunt and we have a Christmas haunt. So it's pretty neat, but it's actually, they have ghost tours at night also. Like you'll come and you'll get locked in from like 11 p.m. till 4 in the morning. All the lights are out and you literally just walk around with your ghost meters looking for ghosts.
Yikes.
So that part's pretty cool. There was a bunch of movies made here. So you'll see like the different sets laying around as well. Like you'll see the one wall that says like Brooks was here, and then it says "and red." So there's different parts like that. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, some of the cells you get, you get the crawls just walking around, and there's definitely ghosts everywhere. So that's the feel. It's kind of solace, but the actual structure is gorgeous. If you ever pull it up online, the building itself is beautiful.
So what's your vibe being in a space where there has been human brutality? Can you feel it?
Yes, when I first get to the property every year, because we're here for the whole month of October, well, September and October. When we get to the property, we actually just kind of pray because it's actually solace in a really interesting way. It's beautiful. And you look at the beauty of the building and the beauty of the lightscape and the hardscape all around us. It is really a wonderful place to be until you put yourself on the level that so many people have died here. So you kind of walk in and you say your prayers and you pray for those that are still trapped in the walls because you want them to have peace somehow, somewhere. But it's real. It's real. But if this place was never a prison, the building would be just as gorgeous. So it's one of those. It's one of the biggest castle-like buildings in Ohio.
Wow. Well, one of the interesting experiences, so I've been paying attention to this prison stuff, and as a privileged white girl who has never gotten close to experiencing that kind of brutality, it's interesting in that way of I know I don't know.
Right.
But so Zimbardo lives in the San Francisco area, and Alcatraz is right around the corner, right across the water. And he encouraged me strongly to go over to Alcatraz and do the tour. It's got an amazing tour. If you guys get the chance to go, do the audio tour. I work with the blind community, so I did the audio tour for people with visual impairments, and it gives you that much more specificity, which was great. What was interesting is I walked in expecting it to feel like brutality. I high sensitivity kind of thing. And what was so strange is I came out of there going, wow, this was like a 4-star version of prison for the people who had wealth, the celebrity prisoners that had a lot of pull. And here's where it gets back to Squid. And so Squid is considered a quality of life experiment. My nonprofit organization is called Quality of Life Experiments, and different things we can do to improve quality of life. If you are in an imprisoned experience where you feel trapped somewhere, you can't leave, there's something stopping you from leaving, how do you manage quality of life in that environment? And the one that really comes up, and John, we were talking about this a little earlier, was nursing homes. So for all of the reasons that nursing homes are not technically prisons, you are trapped in your own body, which has betrayed you at the level where you can't go to the bathroom without help.
Right.
You are therefore stuck with 168 hours a week, because all of us have 168 hours a week. And what do you do with that time? And it is whether you can engage in, this is what we were talking about with Zoom fatigue. If you are engaged, then life isn't horrible. If you are trapped, then life is.
That was an otter.
What?
Yeah, it makes a difference completely.
Something just said killed an otter.
That would be John.
No, I didn't realize I was clicking on something that was a video, and it was a poll. Is this a beaver or an otter? And then all of a sudden the video popped up, and apparently it was an otter.
Okay, so
sorry about that. I didn't realize I wasn't on mute.
So the quality of life experiment, the nature of nursing homes and Alcatraz and how they all tie together is what I saw in Alcatraz was that they had an activities program that nursing homes today don't have.
Correct. Yep. All day.
And there was, so all of the cells that they showed us were singles. So you had some version of privacy. Yeah, the bars were wide open, but you didn't have somebody that you were sharing the cell with right on top of you.
Right, you had space.
And you could have access to a full library. You had access to a full set of art supplies and musical instruments, and you could do things while you were doing your time. And the vibe and in the records, it says the food was good. Good food and things to do while you are trapped on an island that happens to be facing San Francisco. And the idea that, well, the suffering was in that they couldn't leave. And I'm sitting there going, for people who have a record of having killed that many people, there are worse things they could have been stuck with.
For sure, yep.
So it really surprised me, because nursing homes really are among the most painful prisons to be in, especially because the corporate model says that nursing home staffing should be as low as possible so we can make as much money as possible.
For sure, yep.
And if you don't have human beings taking care of the human beings who need care, you have, ever increasing levels of horror.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I know right when COVID hit, my students and I were creating like augmented reality scavenger hunts for them, Easter egg hunts, coloring books, things like that, just to keep them engaged, like bingo. We did online. We went to the nursing homes and actually played tic-tac-toe on their windows with them, because they couldn't come out and we couldn't go in. So we just put
beautiful.
Just stuff like that. It made it fun.
It made it survivable. I mean, that kind of activity that you took the initiative, here's me going, okay, leaning into the camera. Thank you for being essential.
It mattered to them, which means
it mattered enormously.
Right.
Yeah, that's huge.
I am most likely going to have to sign off quickly.
You're going to have to go soon. Before you go, I want to tell you, Stanford Prison Experiment, the musical, we're looking for where to produce it.
Very cool.
You look like you have access to a location that might be suitable for a musical. You hear what I'm saying? So Elizabeth, I need your digits so that we can talk beyond today.
John, can you pass those over?
I can do that for you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you would like to help, we're trying to figure out how to produce the musical. It already exists as the libretto is done. Now we're trying to put the pieces together to make it happen.
Perfect. And actually, my daughter works for LA Film.
Ooh.
She's
okay.
Out in LA.
We definitely have more to talk about. We're on until midnight, so pop back in anytime. We're going for 24 on.
What time do you guys actually finish? Midnight?
Midnight midnight West Coast.
Midnight 45.
Midnight 45, because we're going for John's going to break the record.
Okay, so midnight 45 your time, not Eastern, right?
Yeah, that's 3:45 Eastern.
That's 9.
Nope, other way.
Other way, 3:45. Wow.
Okay, that might be when we're getting done. So that might give me a chance. We'll have if we bring in, 7,000 people, we'll be here all night.
Drop in anytime. If you've got a good visual and you just want to show us what's going on, drop in anytime. We would love to see what you're dealing with there at the haunt. Is there a website, a link that you can drop to show us what people are coming in for?
Blood Prison.
Blood Prison, nice.
Blood Prison, which city?
Mansfield, Ohio.
Okay. So a huge shout out to Blood Prison in Mansfield, Ohio for titillating people who have squid brains and for some strange reason desire to be overwhelmed and stimulated with fear and terror.
Check this out.
Because we are all deeply disturbed.
This thing is scary.
Yikes.
I know, look at that.
That's the prison
WTF,
outside.
John Chen.
And this character right there is the warden's widow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's the guard. If you can play the whole trailer.
Yeah, do it. Oh, you know what? This is a kid-friendly thing. How bad is the trailer? Oh God. Is it worse than what we just watched with the Stanford Prison Experiment trailer?
No, this is all haunted, so it's just for fun.
It's just for fun.
Oh, this is the trailer?
Yeah, the Stanford Prison Experiment was just for research.
Yeah, people actually pay to get touch passes and stuff here too.
All right. You want to see this?
That's up to you.
Sure. Then we can psychologically analyze why we are attracted to such things.
So isn't the building beautiful? Beautiful. remember it.
Jabba the Hutt.
Creepy. Oh, yikes.
Little props made by an amazing prop.
30 seconds, Beth. You can make it.
Creepy. That's a little bit into my world.
So Elizabeth, why do humans desire, why do we spend money to go into an environment where it's that brutal, that horrific? Why?
Probably a sense of they know they're coming. They know the haunts are there. They're immersing themselves into a situation rather than their real life haunts are probably just as bad. Their real lives are probably worse. But you'd be surprised how many even little kids come through here. 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds.
Well, then they're trying to be, badder than the other kids, right? You're like, I was 8 years old, I went to the haunted house, and then they try and act all bad, even though they're like scared like little girls or little.
Well, there's a little board here that my wife is one of the scare actors, and there's a little board where they keep track of the people that say, oh no, I just peed myself, or oh no, yeah. So there's like this big board, and then they have touch passes, and if an actor gets a guest to pass over their touch pass, that means they did their job properly. They scared them enough that they gave it up.
I was touched. The
whole world.
This is where I look at humans and I'm like, of all of the things that we could do with our time, with our money, to immerse in an environment where human brutality against other humans is the storyline.
It happens.
Have you watched Squid Game?
I have not.
Okay. It's an interesting theme.
I will check it out. But remember that everyone has their own pluses and minuses in this world. So if we're looking for balance, there has to be options on both sides.
There's a line from The Matrix that I'm always reminded by is they tried to create a utopia. The computer programs tried to create a utopia for the humans, but the humans rejected it.
Yeah,
we need more stimulation than utopia can provide. Who wants to go to heaven where there's nothing but clouds and harps?
Again, a warped sense of everything, because most of us should want to do that. But again, we're in the generation of engagement. Like if it's not on demand or engaging, we don't want anything to do with it.
We like that, and this is where the neuroscience of it, we want the stimulation. We want the adrenaline. We hunger for the adrenaline.
Because we're ridiculous people. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. Good luck with your quest. And
Thank
I will
you.
sign in when this is all over.
Thank you for sharing it.
We never really know because we stopped selling tickets at 12, but whoever's already in line, we have to be here for. So at some points it's 5:45 in the morning.
Yeah. And it is the night before Halloween. So good luck tonight.
Have a wonderful night, folks. Good luck with everything.
Oh, sending my love to all of the haunts.
It's going to be a blast.
For the tour.
All right, take care.
Bye.
And now for some soothing music.
Thank God, I need it.
Yeah, so we've covered prisons and the darker side of life.
I have a friend who worked in a prison. He's worked in a couple, and the last one he ended up getting COVID, and I still don't know how he is. He was vaccinated and he still ended up in the hospital on a ventilator.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep reaching out to his wife and I'm not getting any word back. So I'm hoping he made it through it.
crossing through that
Scary shit.
journey.
I don't know if you know Amy Sullivan, but she says that blood prison looked like January 6th in DC.
Ooh, I do know Amy, and yes. Hi, Amy. Thanks for watching. Come join us.
I invited her once on Facebook, but she is
Excellent. Thank you. Amy and I just met a few months ago, and she was very supportive of let's do this. She's got a great background too. So if she chooses to show up, then we will. So this is one of my other favorite hats. I love being a clown because I can get out and about and just wander around with this. And so much of what I do is about falling down the rabbit hole, especially when it gets to that Wikipedia stuff. So
where's the hat from? I don't know the reference.
you don't know the reference. So this is the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh,
Falling down the rabbit hole.
Okay.
Curiouser and curiouser.
I just did an escape room. She said she tried with no luck. Why don't you send her a direct link?
I will work on getting her a direct link. Yeah, we were having trouble with the link earlier.
You could sing a song before you go to work, Beth.
Oh, you know what's weird is I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pop in this song, but I'm like, I'm so tired. It's like weird.
I thought your crown was gonna fall off your head.
Yeah, I'm moving around. I'm going back and forth between this and trying to catch up with Facebook. My sister and I haven't talked to each other in like 5 days, and so I've been chatting with her here and there and trying to solve a problem with work tomorrow. They changed everybody's schedules back an hour, but they forgot that mine was changed for a specific reason so that I can go from Lumen to Climate Pledge between 2 events. It's gonna be Uber to the rescue to get me there. So yes,
Yay,
I'm
Uber.
just very distracted right now, and I'm usually I would say, oh yeah, I'll pull a song up, John, sure, but I'm like right now I'm like nope.
Nope.
It's just not there.
Are you going to stop and ask yourself whether you really need to appeal to his requests?
I mean, and normally I would, but I'm just not there today. I'm like, I haven't got my song in a while, but I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, just going through the motions of trying to go to YouTube and like pull it up and like look for a song, and then, yeah, I'm just like, what?
All right.
But I have pretty ass.
Posted.
I mean, I did sing for you last night, Dr. Mel, which was great. I mean, I should say this early this morning because it was after midnight.
Yeah, Beth, when did you log in for the first moment?
Last night, I think I came in
like
I don't know, it was like 10 after midnight or something.
Yeah.
10
You was like almost one of the first in.
And then I was here for like, I think I was here for the first cup. I think I dipped out right before the 2-hour picture because I was wiped out. Trying to jack my sleep schedule's been jacked up because I used to get up for work and I used to get up at 7:30 every morning, and now that my whole life is flipped to mostly night events, you know, I'm usually up till 2 or 3 in the morning, but I've just been fighting like fatigue, and I think part of the fatigue came from getting my booster last week. So I'm slowly getting back to some semblance of normalcy, whatever the frick that is.
Yeah.
Again, the Beth filter, the Beth swearing filter worked.
Yeah.
John's like, John knows me well. Between Karen and I.
They race every night to be.
Yeah,
one
where is Karen? Where is
Ladies
Karen?
and gentlemen, let's bring in Amy.
I missed Karen when she was here earlier.
Yes, Karen was here earlier.
I saw her, and then she dipped out, and I was like, damn it, I missed her.
8 to 9:30.
Yeah, I missed her.
I got it.
Hi, Amy.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to The View with a script.
I got this special squid just for you, girl.
Funny, John.
Oh yeah.
So you saw us on the YouTube thing.
I did.
And you saw the blood. Did you see the Stanford Prison Experiment trailer?
I did.
Scary.
I've actually seen the original.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that years ago.
Yeah.
So I was familiar with it. Mm-hmm.
So I'm remembering our conversation from a few months ago, and then a lot happened since then. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. The trigger finger. That's not so good. Haven't been playing too much guitar ukulele lately.
Ooh, you play.
I do.
I met her at a Hawaiian conference down in Kalama.
Yeah.
Are you Hawaiian or of Hawaiian culture or?
Nope, I'm from Kansas.
That's very Hawaiian. They have
Oh,
the
yeah.
aloha spirit.
Long ways from the ocean, but I love Hawaii. I love music.
Right.
I played guitar for years. My dad had taught me some ukulele, and then I picked ukulele up a few years ago, and I've been playing a lot since, maybe a little too much. So,
If there's such a thing.
yes, there is. There's too much. I've had to rest and ice it, and then my chiropractor's been doing treatments. So he says I'll get better. So I trust him.
Bodies, they don't age well.
No, they
How
don't.
long-
It's not fair.
How can we get as much out of them as possible while we got them?
That's right. Yeah. So I've been playing other things. I have a mountain dulcimer.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Would you like to play something for us? Because we could use a little lightening up on the mood after all the blood and gore.
Oh, gosh.
No obligation. We can just sing. We can just hum.
We could sing, yeah. Although it's kind of tough to do that on Zoom.
This is
because
true.
There's a lag.
John has solved that problem for us. We got a happy birthday song that I have now seen how to do a happy birthday song that doesn't hurt as much as what we did. Oh, yes.
That's good.
Oh my gosh. So we're coming up on the 15th hour of 24 hours. So I'm definitely punchy. But what I was gonna, okay, so Amy, first, thank you for being here. You have crossed my mind many times since we have met, and I have so many things I want to follow up on with you.
Okay.
So thanks for showing up today and reminding me that you're still out there.
I am still here. I can go grab an ukulele. I'll be right back.
Yes. Okay. It's kitty. It's the pussy kitty.
Yes.
That was quick.
Oh man. So John, I'm going to try and look up a couple of videos that we can put on for, well, there isn't anybody else here.
Sure.
So that you and I can take bio breaks when these guys have to split. I like the bouncing. How are you doing on your 14? We're coming up. Okay. Beth and Amy, so long as you are here on the hour, we have our group photo, and then we can decide what we're doing next. But we have to be here at 3 o'clock.
Yep. After that, I got to dip out because I got to go hop in the shower and be work ready to leave at like 4 o'clock. Yeah, I know. It's like the life of a venue queen is never over.
So define venue queen.
So I work at two huge venues. I work at Lumen Field, which has had many names. It's basically where the Seahawks and the Sounders play. We also have major concerts there. And then attached to that is an event center. Well, you're from Seattle right now, so you know. So we have WAMU Theater and or the event center. So next month we have the auto show coming in. So I do that. And then I also work at Climate Pledge Arena, which just opened about 10 days ago. And there have been multiple events. And then also, because I worked at Key Arena, which is now Climate Pledge Arena, I still work for the city. I still work for the city because the city ran Key Arena. So I still do some work on campus, anywhere from the Armory, which is the food court, to campus, anywhere on the campus and or exhibition hall or McCaw Hall. So I work at, basically I'm working 3 venues. So I call myself a venue queen. I'm guest services queen, venue queen.
I have more than a couple of people who are looking for event-based jobs. So creative, artistic people who would really like to be able to make some money without selling their soul to a corporation. What is the best path for a newbie? They're young, they're new to the job market. What's the best path into?
Have them find the jobs link on both places. Climate Pledge Arena, because they're looking, they need people.
Okay.
And also Lumen Field, just have them go, I think if you scroll down to usually down to the bottom of any like homepage, you can find the jobs link. Just tell them to go and click on the link. Lumen pays $21 an hour, and Lumen pays $21 an hour, and Climate Pledge pays $20 an hour for guest services.
Can I ask? So they're my students. can I have them have a dialogue with you so that they can ask you questions and not be as intimidated about it?
Oh,
because I'm like,
sure.
you guys are creative artists. You need to do event-based work because then you do not have to sell your soul to a 9-to-5 job. You can do event-based work.
Which is why I love this, because when I started it, I that's what I wanted. I wanted to be able to have my own schedule, and you know, I've done things where I could take time off and go off on cruises and, you know, Vegas, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have follow-up for you as well. So if you could drop your contact information in the channel as well.
I will drop my email.
Yeah, that sounds great. And then John and Amy are ready to do something.
I'm not sure what John's gonna do.
Amy, you have the ukulele.
I do. This
What
is
is your favorite? Do you want to do the happy birthday song first, just to sort of check that off the list?
Oh, I could.
That would be lovely. I have been enjoying my happy birthdayness this quite a bit today.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Mel. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
What's our pose going to be, people?
Oh, we at that time we got 4 minutes.
Yes, 4 minutes.
Okay, Amy.
Yeah.
At the beginning of every hour, John has been taking a group photo of us.
Okay.
Where we are all posed in some ridiculous manner. And we have been inviting people to come up with which pose we should use on this next one. So we have 3.5 minutes left before that happens.
Okay.
But Beth, do you want to pick this one, or do you want?
Yeah,
Amy?
I love the idea of like you know, hang loose.
Hang loose.
Yeah, hang loose.
Okay. Oh.
Is that the right one?
You know, Hawaii, and Amy just played the
that.
ukulele. You know, kind of hang loose, people.
Oh, but are awesome.
I can't do that move. I'm
It's
like,
hard on it's hard on the wrist. I'm amazed.
One of my wrists doesn't work that way anymore. I have metal in here. It's like the idea of like hang loose, you know.
Okay.
Or
3 minutes
like,
to photo.
or like rocker. Rocker.
Can't even quite.
Or the hang loose one, whichever that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're doing hang loose. Is everyone? We got to pick one. It's Amy's pick.
Hang loose.
Hang loose.
I like hang loose.
Or we can go. I love you.
It's not
We
very.
need more people here for that one.
Gonna do the Hawaiian. Tessa,
your audio's on. Are you able to turn on a video?
Hello?
Hi, Tessa.
oh my gosh, it's really Tessa. I was gonna put you in the breakout room.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't know how to do this. So I'm actually at work. I had to go run up to the store to get her something. So I can't really participate.
Then we will put you on mute until we are done with the photo, and then we can add you back into the conversation.
Okay.
But I'm delighted. Thank you so much for coming to join us.
You're welcome. So can you see me?
No.
Okay.
You're off camera, so you're safe. Can you see us? Okay, we're doing the pose in, I guess we have another 1.5 minutes.
90 seconds.
90 seconds, because we like getting it right at that precise moment, don't we, John?
Right?
We've gotten every picture except for 11 o'clock. I just fell asleep at the job.
So is this a picture? I want to be in the picture.
Then hit the start video button. Here, I'm gonna give you a button.
Okay, I think I have a button.
Hey!
He's in. Okay, so Tessa, put your hands up like this, the hang loose thing, put them near your face, and in a minute, we're gonna have a screenshot of that. So how you doing?
Good.
Good to see your face.
Hey, I have a birthday present for you.
Oh, yay! Then we should be in the same town at the same time and figure that out.
45 seconds.
Yes, we should. Where are you now?
I'm in Kirkland,
Oh, gosh, okay.
Kirkland.
not too far apart.
When are you coming up my way?
Very interesting question. I do not know because the circumstances in which I live are very much a day-to-day kind of thing. So, okay, so we're going hang loose.
Yep.
Is it this?
This is,
Hang loose.
Hey, here comes the countdown. Ready. And
I think
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, smile. 1. Oh, very good. I got it.
Oh, my hands hurt now after holding.
Oh
my
yeah,
phone.
my face.
Okay, phew.
Tough job, Beth. Somebody's got to do it.
I know, right?
Do
I'll
we
hang
get
in for
to
a
see
few
the
more
picture?
minutes and I'm going to jump in the shower.
All right. Hey, Tessa, you get to first react to this photo.
Okay.
What do you think about this
Let me
photo?
put my glasses back on.
Well, that would probably help.
Yeah.
If not.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
My hang loose looks really funky. That darn virtual background thing.
It looks like I'm just kind of leaning in.
It's all good.
Right?
It's all wonderful. Thank
Well,
you.
guys, it's been great, and I'm sorry I can't be with you more or longer, but I got to run in the store and then I got to go back. I do home health care. And
God bless
she
you.
is actually, she caught me on the phone and now she's in a bad mood. She's
Okay.
So
Then tell her that Dr. Mel, the Squid Lady, sends her love and thank you for being such a wonderful. You are essential, Tessa. I love you.
Oh, gosh, thank you. I love you too.
Big shout
Thank
out
you
to
for
everybody
saying
doing
that.
caregiving. Everybody doing caregiving needs love.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I also earlier when you were talking about your story, I had written in on the text, but I don't know if you get that. Did you want me to write my story? I have never.
We will interview you. You don't even have to write. We will talk to you and just ask questions and come up with ways of bringing that into the stories of the squid experiences we've all had. So we can follow up with you after today. At this point, we're all spent. So it's just about surviving.
Sounds like it.
7
Yeah.
hours.
Sounds like it.
9? How many hours do we have left? I can't do math anymore. 9.
9 hours. Oh, hang in there, guys. So then I'll just wait to be contacted by you or okay, great.
I'll follow up.
My life
you're
is
doing
so busy now. You can't even believe what's going on. Michael had a 4-way bypass and valve replacement, and now he's on dialysis. I've had to take over all the bills, and I've been so stressed out and so much anxiety. I've had 4 trips so far to the ER.
Oh God.
Chest pains, shortness of breath, blah blah blah. Now I have a cardiologist.
Yeah.
So yeah, my life is just so crazy right now.
Okay, so
I love you, and I wanted you to.
Before you go, we're gonna give you the big hug. So Tessa, can you put your arms, or you set the phone down and just put your arms around yourself and feel the squeeze, and we're gonna breathe together 3 times.
Okay.
3 deep breaths. Just
oh, oops.
No problem. You're fine. Just hold your arms around yourself and squeeze and breathe in. And then breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in one more time. And breathe out. And then squeeze like you know I'm giving you the biggest possible hug imaginable.
Oh,
yeah. That's from us. That's from me to you.
Gosh.
Peace to you, Tessa.
Thank you.
Peace to you.
Thank you. I really need that.
Laugh at the absurdity of it all, girl. It's just just keep laughing.
Yeah.
Sane.
Yeah. I have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
but
key.
my doctor, they finally got some anxiety pills, so I'm a little bit more calm. I'm not as crazy and crying and crazy as I was, so it's all
Squid
good.
brain.
Squid brain. Okay, we will reminisce more on other things later, and you go do what you need to do to get through the rest of today.
Okay, thanks. Thanks,
Mwah.
guys. It's been great.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up and the dreams that you dreamed of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dreamed of, dreams really do come true. Whoa, someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dared to. Oh, I can't. I see trees of green, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful squid. Well, I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the brightness of day. I like the dark, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying I love you. I hear the babies cry, watch them grow and learn much more than we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Today I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. When trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top, and you'll find me somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dream that you dare to. Why, oh, why can't I?
versions of that song. I love it. Thank you, John.
There you go.
Just what we all needed, I think.
You're welcome.
Beth, thank you for being one of the marathoners here. And if you make it back before midnight, man, it would be great to see you.
I'm gonna try. It depends on what time the heck I get out of Climate Pledge. It's from my house. It's if I come straight home in a car, it's about a half an hour. So
Oh, yeah.
fingers crossed I make it before the midnight picture. I'll try. No guarantee.
You know we're gonna be here till midnight 45. So
Right, but I mean that midnight picture.
There's a
I
picture at the end.
I'll definitely be here for the end, probably the end of the night picture.
you just
and
want to
then-
be the one that's in the most pictures, right?
No, not really. 'Cause I mean, you guys have been here since midnight last night. I don't think any of you dipped out, right? You were all
I
here.
did. I had a chair that was sitting in my place while I slept for a couple of hours.
So you did get a nap. Yeah. So I mean, I got some good sleep finally. I haven't really, since I had my booster, gotten any really good sleep. So I feel pretty refreshed right now. And this has like been invigorating. So I'm going to go take a shower and pull my stuff out of the dryer and, stuff like that. But this has been fun.
When you
And,
interact with humans today and you're like, oh my God, why are humans so, you are seeing
humans
their
are just humans.
you just watch their squid, watch their emotional waves, and know that you can laugh at the absurdity of all of it. Choose to be
Practice squid.
Yep, practice using that squid.
Yep, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Peace out, people.
Bye.
I gotta find the off button.
All right, Amy. It is Amy Sullivan's showtime.
Oh boy.
There it is.
Shadows in the sand, telling the stories with silhouettes hands. Move up the mountains, far across the sea. Silhouette, ooh, love is calling me. We're just a dream that fades in the night, fading with the light. Were your lips sincere when we said goodbye? Breathing with a sigh, silhouette of love, dancing in my heart, counting the moments when we're apart.
Yay! That was beautiful. How is it feeling?
Probably won't do too much more this weekend.
Understandable.
Yeah. Trying to play more with these fingers than this one, because this is the one that gets the most use and is the one that's affected.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you are the fresh blood in the room, girl.
Yeah, I am.
So I'm going to give you a prompt and then you can just monologue. So when you and I met and I told you about whatever it was I told you about and the work I'm doing, you said, hey, here's my card. Let's keep talking. And what was it about that conversation, and especially about squid and anything I told you about that? You You were in the audience. That's right. You were the one who kept supporting me from the audience on the stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
what is
wasn't
it about
Toastmaster.
Squid? But testimonial, why do you think this is important to get spread around the world?
I see so many angry people these days. Angry, and they feel like they can be mean and rude and uncivil and cruel because they can. And they don't care how other people feel. And it's just getting out of control. On Facebook, emails, in person. I mean, I was at the store a few months ago at the pharmacy, and there was an older woman, and she was with one cashier, and then there was this guy with his daughter. I mean, a little child. And Washington State is now, as you know, charging 8 cents for a bag if you don't bring your bag. So the checker asked the fellow with the little girl if he wanted to buy a bag or if he was going to carry the stuff out. And he says, well, what do you think I'm going to do? I have a little child and I only have 2 hands. And how am I going to get all this stuff in my hands and carry that to the car? And he got really upset. Well, the woman with the next checker, as I'm standing behind trying to fade into the background, she started yelling at him about being rude and started cussing him out. And then he started cussing her out right in front of this child. This is an example for this child. And eventually another checker opened up and I scooted over there and I said, boy, people just need to be kind. And she's going, yeah. But I thought they were going to start duking it out right there in the store. It got so heated over bags.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. My sister is a PA and she was working at Swedish in the ER. And she's now teaching at UW and she's glad to have left because she said people had gotten so cruel and mean and ornery. Or she just had it.
Yeah.
They're yelling at her, not giving them the level of service that they demanded, or not quick enough, or they didn't want her to touch her. And I mean, she's doing GI work. I mean, good grief.
The intense sensitivity, the outrage, the entitlement.
Entitlement, yes.
Entitlement is such a big part of it. Is I am entitled to have things exactly the way I want them, and anything that you do to, and everybody is just bristling at that edge of, consideration of others is just not a high priority.
No.
Except for those of us where it is. I mean, it's in my blood. I can't focus on, I can't be cruel if I try to, because it's just so, but I definitely have my periods of time where I'm not as loving. It's just that piece of how upset everybody is and how it just perpetuates the ugliness.
Oh yeah, it takes 2, and usually there are 2.
And it becomes that mushroom cloud, or the chemical reaction of, when one squid goes off, then the other one, and then it just gets this ricochet effect until everything's a mess.
Oh yeah.
So,
and people are getting shot or stabbed.
Yeah.
Not always, but I mean, even to think that I was afraid that this guy and this older woman were going to start punching each other out. They were that close.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was it about Squid that you felt was like, I've got this team since last I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
We really have gone global. Abhishek Gupta is in Kolkata, India, and has stepped into this role of being the managing director for a person who does not want to be the one and only person in this. Yeah. I am much better at being me and not in charge of things.
Okay.
So taking you up on your offer to help, Abhishek can help me do that. And we have these beautiful, beautiful recordings that need transcriptions that are written in actual English instead of whatever that thing is where a transcription comes in by accident. Is that what I think it is? John is setting up a bouncy thing. Oh my
What
gosh.
are you doing?
Yeah, so John, so show us, go keep doing what you were doing, because that looks like fun. Can you bounce for me? I have very little bounce left.
You have to bounce under C's though, right?
I have to bounce.
Oh, yeah, a little trampoline there.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Bless you. So Amy, one of the things we're doing is this is a record-breaking Zoom event.
That's what I read.
Yeah. So this guy is ready to leave his mark on the world in so many ways. Pet the squid, John, pet the squid. And we need the squid dance. So
oh gosh.
But okay, so back to work. Transcripts and good transcripts. I have 8 hours of interviews with Dr. Phil Zimbardo.
Okay. Good.
I have them in the audio, what's it called? The fake transcriptions, the automated ones.
Right.
Was
that Dragon?
Actual audio files and the fake transcriptions, and handing that all to you and saying, could you make these into something we can share?
Okay.
That would be one of the greatest gifts you could give me. And
Okay.
I mean, that is such a huge gift. And he
Yeah.
gave me 8 hours of his time. I was visiting him at his house, and really powerful stuff. So, and that would become meat for the books. We are working on getting the books out. Did you hear that part? I know that I don't remember how long you were streaming for or watching the stream.
Not that far, not that long, but I'm not quite sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, somewhere in the last 15 hours.
Oh, no.
Somewhere in the last 15 hours, we were talking about the goal right now. Zimbardo, one of the goals. The goal is world peace. The goal is humans being able to be mindful and make better choices and harm each other less, harm ourselves less. But in the process of getting there, we're looking at how to get the ideas out there and that whole distribution channel thing. One of the goals Zimbardo has been on me about, we have to get it out there, get it out there, get it out there. And one of our team members is helping create that book. The goal is to see it on the table in the front of an airport bookstore. So you're walking through an airport and you're like, it's here, the SQUIDminders book, whatever we end up calling it. The squid book is here, and it's got rainbows on it at some level. And it's out front. The idea of being able to get it into a format that is readable at the level where an airport bookstore would carry it.
Yeah.
And to make it through the journey of publication that it takes to get through that distribution cycle. And manifesting all of that at a time when, wow, it's just hard to get anything done. And yet, here we are.
Here we are.
So, gosh. And my brain is fizzled. Ask me anything. So interview me for the book. What do you want to see in such a book? Do you have grandkids?
No, I don't have kids.
You don't have kids? That skips the whole grandkids thing right off the
It
list.
does. Kind of makes
Totally
it
awesome.
impossible.
Thank you for being the person that is, I consider myself the crazy Aunt Mel that you didn't know you had.
Well, I am an aunt. I am an aunt. My husband has 2 nephews that are his brother's kids, and we're very close to them. His sister has 3 kids, not so close to them. See them now and then. My sister has 2. They don't talk to me at all. Well, it's a long story.
Yes, and humans are involved.
And humans are involved, but my sister and I are actually finally getting along better. But it only took her 50 years to figure things out. So
this is being recorded and live streamed, but we won't tell her.
No. she's probably, no, she's not working. She's now teaching at UW in the medical school.
Really? Nice.
Yes.
That's a good connection.
Okay. The old history is not so great, but the new is great. And but what I know that what appealed to me was reaching out to the kids with what you did at Kalama. And I'm wondering, how are you going to gear your message toward adults? Because I think it really reached the kids. The kids love the squid costume. Like, oh man, they love that. How are you going to appeal to adults, but still keep that playfulness?
Thank you. That is an excellent question. So when I've been performing it at the park, like San Diego Balboa Park is one of the places I've done the most public presentations, because I can stand up next to my friends, the balloon twisters. And while they have kids lined up, what we've got there is families. Over and over again, I'm presenting in front of people who are the all ages, all generations, all cultures and abilities, and being able to first being a clown and engaging just from that standpoint. What I find is that the youngest of the kids aren't paying attention at any level where it's thinking it. A metaphor is a little bit too over the head for a 5-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
But the parents, if they are dealing, any parent who cares about their own sanity at any level seems very much to resonate with it, because it's about, can you think before you ink? Recognizing that as parents, kids are designed to press every last button we have.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can reach parents that are freshly minted parents. When their kids are too young for them to understand, the parents are still like nodding and going, oh yeah, oh, we're going to be talking about this at home. So it's family skills like that.
Mm-hmm.
Avi Sheikh in India is working on his PhD in human resource management. And so he's going to be using SQUID as the basis of his PhD and doing it as an intervention or a training program in a human resource context, where it's part of a corporate training event or corporate training curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
The way I would go there is it's the 5 steps. Whenever you feel like something is wrong, can you stop to ask questions before you move on? Can you ask good questions to better understand? Can you imagine your choices, then decide on a plan? 5 simple steps to mindfulness when we need it most.
Mm-hmm.
And it skips all of the playfulness and just goes straight to a 5-step process, which is predicated on one most important piece. And that is the idea of being able to recognize that something feels wrong. So the number one intervention I've found that helps is getting people to pay attention to that question of, where do you feel it first in your body when you're getting upset? And you saw me do this, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Amy, what was your answer when you are starting to feel triggered? Where does it show up in your body first? For me, it's my heart pounds and my face gets hot. Cat butt. I love it.
That's Tony. Tony's a star.
Mommy the kitty. Oh
He's
yeah.
Yeah, 16 pounds.
There are so many Zoom cat bombs.
He's my buddy.
You're paying attention to a screen that is less important than I am. I love that.
Yes. I would say, I feel it like I would get a headache. Definitely feel a headache. Tony, cut it out. All right, there we go.
So if somebody has said something that upsets you, it's just, you feel it first up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I feel
And then
like a headache.
The big thing with teaching people this stuff is you have to see the red light or you have to see the yellow light before you run the red, which goes back around, John, to that red light, green light stuff. You have to see the yellow light before you run the red. And if you are playing the game of red light, green light, there is no yellow light.
Nope.
You have to identify where the yellow light would be. So, and that's the one that's just before it turns red.
Yeah. I've been dealing with that lately too. My husband has ear infections and he's normally quite deaf, but the ear infections are so bad, he can't hear at all. We can't put the hearing aids in. So we've been writing notes.
Oh, wow. I have a tool for you. a friend of mine, so I'm in the blind community. I've got a friend who actually showed me there's a device that's not a hearing aid, it's an amplifier. And it goes over the ear.
He can't hear anything because the eustachian tubes are so swollen with infection.
Yeah.
that nothing can get in there.
Have you
So
started learning sign language?
His memory is not good enough. So
So
right now we're writing notes, and then he's got these antibiotic eardrops. So I'm hoping in a few days we can get at least the hearing aids back in. But, yeah, I've inked him a few times today. Yeah.
Okay. And it's something that you love, and it's somebody that, okay, so here's your group therapy. So, so how do you want to move through this? He certainly doesn't want to be a burden. You know that.
Oh, yes, he does.
Oh, does he?
Oh, yes. I'm his servant.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
That sounds like a long marriage.
45 years.
Okay. So self-care. So what are you doing for self-care? You logged in here. So
I
you're
did.
happily distracted by other people.
Yeah, and he can't hear us because he can't hear.
And you can, we are recording, so we should probably not go too crazy, but
he won't hear it.
Exactly. But it is going out live on YouTube.
He won't hear
Dr.
it.
Mel,
Yeah.
I have Ronald from South Africa who would like to meet you. He's a member of my Engaging Virtual Meetings group.
Yeah.
And he's a hypnotherapist.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Bring him.
Bring him in, okay?
We could both, we could all use some hypnotherapy at this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Brindu from Africa.
Africa's a big place. Where in Africa?
In Ivory Coast.
Yes. Okay. One of my favorite human beings is in Ivory Coast. She's one of the people in the Wikipedia Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, Côte d'Ivoire.
She was my roommate in Berlin a couple of years ago. So we'll come back to that. But yeah, I had a roommate from Côte d'Ivoire. It was very exotic. At least we think it is because we've never been there. So.
Oh, okay.
So you were part of this man's crowd. Tell us more. Who are you? Why are you here?
Actually, I I have joined the group since yesterday only. So because I've seen that he was doing something about StreamYard, no, Zoom, the live. I don't know. I'm not sure what he's doing actually, but I think that I'm sorry.
So let's see. So we're in the Seattle area, or we're Washington State. Amy, you're off in which part of the Washington State are you in?
Eastern Washington State, Spokane.
Okay.
C'est l'Est de Washington. Oui.
You know some French?
Oui. I was a French major.
Go for it.
Well, it's only been like 50 years since I've spoken a lot of it, but I do have good memory. J'ai une bonne mémoire.
Ouais. Un bel accent aussi.
So Renaud, John says that you do hypnotherapy?
Yeah, since 1 year.
1 year. Tell me more. I have wanted to go through that training, and I have not had either the financial or the time availability to get trained up on it. What have you been learning?
I've been learning in American School of Hypnosis from Rene Basterach. We used to make some Zoom call, right? And I've learned from like 4 or 5 sources on the internet, like from the US And also I've learned from one searcher in neuroscience, but in France. And yeah, that's it. And I've read a lot about hypnosis, and I've been practicing on some people who are, I don't know, who are courageous enough to to make some session with me.
Okay, so I'm feeling courageous and it's my birthday.
Oh,
and it's a Zoom
happy
format.
birthday.
Would
Happy
you
birthday.
like to try and do a Zoom hypnosis?
Woo! On what?
Woo!
I don't know.
So John and I have been doing this Squidathon 24-hour thing for 15 and a half hours. Could you hypnotize us into having more sleep than we actually do?
Having more sleep. Okay, we can try something if you want. Something very quick, very quick.
Okay. I'm ready to follow your instructions. I trust you with my life.
Oh, that's nice. But in English? Okay, I'll try something.
I'll follow your instructions better in English, but I'll just listen to your voice in Spanish, in any language.
Je peux traduire un peu.
Ok, super. Donc, ok. C'est une excellente idée. Alors, c'est une excellente idée. Donc, je vais lui demander de prendre une inspiration profonde. Vous pouvez
He wants
traduire.
you to breathe. So breathe.
Yeah, like 3 times.
3 times. Trois fois.
And slowly. Okay. And on the third time, on the inhale, you just elle peut retenir son souffle pendant à peu près 3 secondes et expirer et laisser aller.
So breathe in, hold it for 3 seconds, and then breathe out.
Yes, on the third time.
For the third, yeah. Do it. What, 3 times?
Okay, but I don't see them. It will be good if I see the
Maybe
subject.
they're already asleep.
Oh, you so what you want to do? You want Renat?
Are
you on your phone?
Yes, I'm on my phone.
You have a way of doing gallery view.
Swipe.
Yeah, try to do gallery view.
No, he has to swipe.
You have to swipe.
Oh, okay.
Swipe me around.
Okay, sorry.
C'est pas le terme en français pour swipe.
So okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm in. I'm ready.
So whenever you are ready to enter into hypnosis, I'll ask you to just take a deep breath. Inhale. Okay. Yeah, you can exhale. Breathe out. Yeah. A second time, breathe in and breathe out. And on the third time, breathe in and retenez votre souffle pendant 3 secondes. My translator.
Yourself for 3 seconds.
Yeah. And now you can breathe out. And let it go and close your eyes. Nice. Now you can imagine that vous pouvez imaginer my translator. I need you now.
All right.
No. Keep your eyes closed.
Yeah. Now you have to
translate with your eyes closed.
You have to now imagine.
Yes. Imaginez que le sommet de la tête se détend.
Répétez cela, s'il vous plaît.
Imaginez que le sommet de la tête se détend.
Oh, yes. You're beginning to feel very sleepy in your head. Yeah.
Yes.
Relax
in your
sleepy.
Yeah.
The sommet.
Yes, in your head. And let that relaxation go down to your eyes, your eyelids. And from your eyelids, just imagine that the relaxation goes down to your mouth and on all the small muscles around your mouth. Okay, just let it go and relax. Okay, that's nice. And now you can imagine that the relaxation goes down a little bit near your throat. Now on your chest. That's nice. Now let it go to the stomach in this area. Just let all the stress go from your body. Now, listen to me carefully. I'll ask you to imagine a person, a loved one. Okay, imagine his face. Imagine that person or a pet or whatever, like doing something very pleasant to you. Okay, that's nice. Now, I want you to imagine a very pleasant scene, okay, from your past. Very, very pleasant scene. And just see what you see, okay? Hear what you hear there, and feel what you feel. That's nice. That's very good. Just let all the stress and relaxation leave your body. That's good. Now, I want you to imagine what will be the color, okay, of a very pleasant emotion that you can feel now. Whenever you get that color, I want you to nod your head. Just to let me know. Okay. Now, imagine that that color spread through your body from your head to the toe. Yeah. Just feel that pleasant feeling and let it spread throughout your body in every small part and just feel very, very relaxed. So relaxed that it's like you are going to bed now. That's nice. Now, just imagine or feel how is it like when you are ready to put your head on the pillow and start sleeping. That's nice. Now, I don't know, just in sometimes, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and on the count of 5, you will be very refreshed, relaxed, very like energized, like you have add a 2 hours sleep and 4 hours massage. Very pleasant, right? One, you can just start getting back your energy. Okay. Two, more and more energy, like you'll be ready to go through the rest of the program so that you can finish the Zoom challenge, right? And three, very energized, more and more, like very good feeling. 4 and 5, you can just open your eyes feeling good, refreshed, and energized. Like
Oh, thank you so much.
welcome. It was very improvised and very also, I don't know.
Oh, and I'm
But
opening my eyes and I'm watching John swimming. I love it. John, you
yeah,
did good there.
great.
Bernal, thank you so much for just taking the mic and doing that. There is
No.
something about having someone, you know, a kid can do this. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
take a ridiculous amount of training. It's having the role and the microphone and the instruction of, can you help us walk through a thing? A guided meditation, any version of, will you help tell our squid brain, our whole brain, what to do next? Because if we can release control of it and just follow along with the instructions and can trust you with those instructions, then we get therapy. It's so
Yeah.
sincere.
Yeah.
Phyllis,
You
I
are
saw
right.
you came back. Did you get to do them? Phyllis, did you get some hypnotherapy out of that? You're on mute.
I got to be a lavender color just in time for Halloween.
So Phyllis, were you able to get some? You're still on mute. Yeah, you did. Okay, good.
It was not a therapy per se, but something.
So for me, it's self-care to have someone be able to walk me through any version of relaxation, because I don't walk myself through it.
Okay.
You know, I can tell myself to settle down, but 20 seconds later, I've forgotten that I said any of that at all. And that was a good 3 or 4 minutes, right? 5?
It happened.
That was great. I still need a nap, but that's just because going since midnight is like that. So, and we're at, so what time is it where you are?
It's like, this is 10:46 p.m. and 10 p.m.
10, okay. And we're at 3:46. So we're 7 hours behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I just came from outside, and then I thought maybe let me check on my phone, and I saw that link, and I asked John, what's going on there? Because since yesterday I see people like doing stuff like this. And he told me like, yeah, we are doing something, a challenge. And he sent me the link. And yeah, I thought, let me see what's going on.
Okay, so you we have 2
And he
people.
told me about the birthday, but no cake. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, yep, but we do have, okay, I have a French question for you.
Yeah.
So what this is all about is this crazy program called Squid and SQUIDminding. And Xanda is in the house. Hello, darling. So Renal, I would like you and Amy to get together. You guys can even do this in chat. I need a translation, Amy, of 5 steps of Squid, and you have a French expert here. Xanda also studied a lot of French in school, and we need to do some version of Squid in French. We'll come back to that in a sec. But first, I got to say hi to my daughter. Hello, daughter. How's it going? Everybody, this is Xanda, Professor Xanda Schofield.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Hello.
He's got
Hello.
Go do it. Done.
Ladies and gentlemen, Xanda Schofield.
How's your headache, honey?
It's doing a lot better. That was a nice, exciting entrance. It's lovely to see you all. I'm glad that I can join in and say hello. I'm sorry I couldn't join sooner today. It's been a bit of a headachy day for me today, so I've been staying away from screens.
Here, Zenda, can I teach you something about the Zooms that I'm in?
Yeah.
You are now officially in a no sorry zone. You never have to apologize for anything because, you know, we're all doing the best that we can. So just
I appreciate that, John. Thank you.
So Zanda, John used to work with your dad.
Really?
He's land manager.
I'm sorry.
So I met him through the ex-Microsoft network or crowd on Facebook. And it turns out that when we're going back in time and going, so what did you do at Microsoft? He goes, I was on land manager. I'm like, really? So
that's exciting.
Small world after all. But you arrived just after Ronald was taking us through a meditation. He's been studying hypnosis.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Oh my goodness.
No, you didn't.
No, I just messed up again. Thank you for
Wait,
welcoming
let's
me
do it
in.
again.
I
Let's
hope
bring
I
her
have
back
not
in.
messed up.
Thanks for apologizing.
Here we go. Ready?
It's recursive.
I appreciate the
Headache, John. Headache.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Future Zonda meet past Zonda. Welcome back.
Yep, we're there.
Okay, so here's my question for the three people in the room who know enough French to be dangerous.
Okay.
Phyllis, do you know any French? Or John? So Amy and Zanda have studied French. Renal is in Côte d'Ivoire, which I am saying terribly, I know, but you guys know what it meant. And I have not yet had anyone try to do a version of the squid in French. And there are a couple of steps to it. So I wanted to invite you guys to try the following activity. So Renaud, you haven't seen any of the squid stuff yet, right?
No.
Okay, so there's
Never.
5 steps. I can teach it to you super quick. And then I'm
Okay.
looking for how to do something that's similar with an animal in French. It doesn't have to be a squid. If it happens to have tentacles, that's way easier to do this with. And Zanda has been putting up with this since she's my kid. She's had to put up with it for a very long time. So she knows the concepts. You know the language better than anyone else here. And Amy is fresh on board to figure out. And how much background in psychology do you have, Amy?
I was an attorney in the area of mental health law. So as for academia, I only had psych and ed psych many, many years ago, but then I worked with the mentally ill for 18 years and going to the psych hospitals and learning about the meds and all that stuff. So I know enough to be dangerous.
Perfect. I like that. and such danger. So here's the activity, and we're asking anybody in any language, anywhere around the world, to try the activity. It's the idea of having an animal in your language that has a name that is 4 or 5 letters long. 4 or 5 letters. So an animal that is 5 letters long in French, ideally an animal that has tentacles and can squirt ink, because that makes the metaphor transfer really easily. So there's only 4 cephalopod categories. There's octopus, squid, cuttlefish, and nautilus.
Yeah, cuttlefish, that would not be so good.
Cuttlefish is sepia. So I don't know what it is in French, but cuttlefish, the color sepia is actually based on the ink of the cuttlefish. That is
there's la sèche, S-E-I-C-H-E. It's a feminine noun.
Sèche. Okay, la sèche.
La sèche.
It's like octopus or something like that, right?
Is that octopus?
Well, octopus is
kind of. I don't know.
Or poulpe.
Poulpe. Yeah, poulpe.
Le
octopus sèche. There is ink inside, black ink, or I don't know, right?
Yeah, that one might be doable.
Okay, so we've got candidates for the possible words. So that's coming up. So then the next question is, Oh, and hello, Kendall. So before we go into posing in 5 minutes, let me get the rest of the instructions out and then you guys can noodle on this.
Okay.
So if we can do a name of octopus or squid or something where there's 5 letters maximum, we tried to convert, for example, squid, the 5 steps of squid, into Spanish. And squid in Spanish is calamar, which is too many letters.
Calamar. Okay, calamar.
So we switched to octopus.
Too.
Yeah, in octopus in Spanish is pulpo. So the Spanish version of our material is now based on pulpo instead of squid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're looking for the French version and the Japanese version and the Chinese version and all of Mandarin and all of these different possibilities.
Yeah. Well, also a squid is called an encorné. And I'm wondering, even though it has too many letters, if we could make some sort of using 2 letters like enquête, which is an inquest or a request, to look inside, like a ask question, and cour and maybe ne. We could do something perhaps with combinations of syllables as opposed to a singular letter.
The reason I would go for singular letter if we can is based on the psychology of teaching acronyms and the 5-step models. The reason this sucker is working so well is 5 steps, 5 letters, and it spells a word that people can remember, pronounce, and visualize.
Okay, well, just an idea.
Yeah, I like the idea of doing that. If we've got the 2 pieces to it are, number 1, picking animals that might work, and then finding the words in the language that means stop and question. Any version of a word that means pause or break, or some version of the instruction stop. And the second instruction being question, to inquire, to ask, any version of that. All of the other letters can be made up so long as it involves that first 2. So you were saying in French, we've got poule. How do you spell the French version of octopus?
P-O-U-L-P-E.
P-O-U-L-P-E.
So it's like the Spanish, except there's an E on the end.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that 6 letters? Am I doing it wrong?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there are 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if the first letter is P, is there a word that means stop or pause or something like that in Spanish that starts with the letter P?
Spanish,
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm not Spanish. I'm sorry,
Parada
French.
is stop. Parada is stop in Spanish.
And I'm jumping languages. We've got some
okay.
people who've already done it in Spanish.
I'll bet.
I'm trying to remember how to do it, or I'm trying to figure out how to do it in French. But thank you.
Oh,
Kendall.
okay.
Kendall, do you know any French?
No.
Okay.
I thought you said Spanish, so that's why
I
I said
did.
Spanish.
I'm at 16 hours. Okay, and we're about to do the top of the hour photo bomb thing. And my face is falling off. But yes, the French question is word.
Zonda, save tu madre. Save tu madre and let's get a pose.
Okay.
90 seconds to pose.
Xanda's pose is.
Oh, I like this one. Okay, that's good. Kendall.
Can everybody put your finger and your thumb on your head like this and look into the camera? Because we've got another minute, don't we?
Yeah, but you can practice. You got to get so I'm trying to get Zonda's right. Like, is it serious?
Is it
I think if you can get an eyebrow raise, that'd be extra good. It's an intrigue.
Eyebrow raise.
I feel like John Belushi right now. Can't get my eyebrow to raise. 60 seconds.
You can do it with
60 seconds.
You can manually do it, John.
I only have one hand has to be on the mouse, Kendall.
Let me help you.
Reach out and touch someone.
Okay.
30 seconds. All right, perfect your pose. She's like squid gunning it.
There's always a squid with mom.
20 seconds. There's always a squid with mom. Here we go. Countdown. And try and get expressionless. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Got it. Ronald drastically improved his picture. I gotta tell you. Represented.
Be in one of those shots, man.
Represented all of Africa. So Zenda and then Ronald, you get first comments on this beautiful picture. Ready? 3, 2, 1. What do you think?
See?
Yeah. Nice.
I think it's got a lot of artistry to it. I appreciate the composition. The sensuality, the vibrance.
Listen to her. She sounds like your child. I'll give it a 4.6 on the vibrance scale.
4.7, 4.6.
3.7 though on the characteristic scale. I'm not sure. You know,
Yeah.
Phyllis, you gotta amp it up there, Phyllis. Bring up your game a little bit, Phyllis. Come on.
I think Phyllis's looks fabulous. I think that the composition is good. It's got a Wes Anderson sort of vibe.
Have you heard Phyllis sing? She crushed.
Wait, Phyllis was singing earlier?
Phyllis crushed this whole Zoom room with her voice.
She does have that voice.
That's awesome.
Okay, before Phyllis sings, Xanda, can you tell John? You've probably got a few minutes between now and when you need to go back to other stuff, don't you? A little bit.
I have to do some class prep, but not too much today, at least.
So John worked with your dad back at the beginning of the 90s when you were yay big, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tell John what your job is now.
This is one of those kid. Okay. I'm an assistant professor of computer science at Harvey Mudd College now. So I'm a nerd.
That's a big deal though.
She trains the top of the nerds.
No, I mean, women in STEM you have a gigantic step. Harvey Mudd too, definitely one of the highest recruited schools at Microsoft. So
we're very proud of ours.
You should be.
Yeah, pause for pause in French. I like. Yeah, I think it's definitely an interesting gig. There's a lot of very, very brilliant students. And I've discovered that my brain doesn't move as fast as theirs now, but I know more than they do. And so I just have to hope that it helps keep me just ahead enough that they're learning something. But it's fun. And I have a lot of amazing colleagues. Our department also has about as many women faculty as men faculty, which is unusual for a computer science department.
Okay, did you watch The Chair?
I have not watched The Chair yet. I've been told I should watch The Chair, but I think there's some level where watching about drama in academia, when you are experiencing drama in academia in real time, is slightly less compelling. So not that my job is rot or heavy or sad in any way, but just there is drama because there's always drama. I don't know. People have described it and I've been like, interesting. Maybe not during the semester.
Had to give Sandra Oh some massive props for the role. A lot of people in academia have said the same thing. Little too close to home.
Yeah.
Close to home. Yeah.
Close to home.
So for pouce and a pause, so the next letter would be question.
Yes.
But it's also an O for pouce. Is that right?
This is a tough game.
This is tricky.
Well, and pose is not a verb, it's a noun.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you don't pose, it's not a regular verb. You could prendre, take a pause, prenez une pause, which is take a pause.
Yes.
So you could do that, and that you could get your P that way.
We're definitely looking for verbs. Each step needs to be a verb.
Right.
The first two steps are the only ones I really have to see as being some version of stop and ask questions.
Wait. I need to see this. Understand and what? Imagine then decide. Okay.
So Yeah, stop, question, understand, imagine, then decide.
Okay.
And Kendall, you know Spanish? So we've got a Spanish translation already, and we have Profesora Pulpo, who is not with us at the moment, but she is ready to perform in the Latin American circuits so that we can teach the same stuff in whatever language we can possibly reach people in. And the whole idea, it's really simple, and that's one of the reasons it's so popular, is that it's an animal exhibiting animal behaviors that humans sometimes exhibit too, because it turns out we're animals. And the 5 steps of how to be mindful when we most need to be is recognize something's wrong, stop and ask questions. And in Pulpo, see, and I don't know Spanish, so I don't know how to describe the translation to you, but if we can send you the follow-up notes, it's around here somewhere.
That's fine. It's all good.
I was also just trying to find animals that started with an A in French, but it doesn't seem like
What is the word A? Yeah, what is the A word in French?
Arrête, for stop.
Arrêtez.
Arrêtez is the verb, yeah.
Yeah, if you can definitely go the other direction and try to find an animal that has reactive behaviors.
Yeah.
Most animals do.
Amazing. All right, let's see. But yeah, I don't know. This is tricky. I'm not immediately sure. And my French, I'm sure, compared to the other folks here, is extraordinarily limited. So I was just digging around.
Crowdsourcing the construct and then just throwing stuff at the wall to see if anything will stick.
Well, and I'm thinking of that one that began with an S, and I'm going to work on an alternative while you guys are thinking of the O. I just, it was a
that was for the cuttlefish, the sish.
No, yes, it was the cuttlefish.
S-E-I.
S-O-E. Say, no?
Fish.
Fish?
Yeah.
With a c'est un sèche. Oh, la sèche, une sèche.
So what are we doing now?
Trying to figure it out.
What? I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, listen.
John, can you give them the whiteboard?
Sure.
You showed me how to use the whiteboard in a group chat, so everybody gets to go on the whiteboard.
Yeah, we need to see that because I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
Hey, what language are we working on?
Français.
Okay. And what?
Not in France, in French.
Français.
Français.
I was trying to get the.
Somebody take control from John. Who speaks?
Everybody has control, Dr. Mel. Everyone go to View Options Annotate at the top of the screen. Phyllis, you can just yell at me. It's fine. I'll just do it for you. Yeah, français. That's what I was looking for. Squid en français. Okay, so I highly suggest you use the text tool. So that's on the left, and then you can make the font bigger or smaller. Okay, so what so far are the choices that you made? What's the animal name? Dr. Mel.
I'm listening to our French speakers. I do not know what the the correct spelling in the French of poule. So Xanda, Amy, or Ronald? I'm going to say Xanda or Amy. Can you grab the whiteboard thing and add in the words that are possible for French versions of things with tentacles?
Okay, let's see what I can do.
Okay, good. Amy's trying.
Pulpe.
Zonda.
Okay.
Start with animal names and you can break down each of the letters. 5 letters, you finish it all, you win. Dr. Mel gets to take a nap.
Right.
That's not true.
No.
Yeah.
No. P-O-U-L. It's not letting me do anything. I don't know. I'm not that good about this. So I'm going to type it in chat.
Actually, this is part of the joy of doing a long format Zoom is you get to practice everything. John, walk us through all of the functionality of Zoom.
So here, watch this. Yeah, go ahead and make big letters. That's good.
P-O-U-L-P-E. Pulpe. Pulpe.
So now, yes. Okay, good. Now your job is to get concept words that match. Here, I'll give you the concept words over here if I can.
Yep.
Which is
You want me to do that?
stop. It should be something related to stop.
Yep.
Question. Understand.
Une pause. It has an E, U-N-E. Merci.
You get a bonus letter so you can write in a concept that English doesn't have. All right, French speakers, unmute and give amazing words for the letter O related to the word question.
What are questioning kind of verbs that in French?
That's difficult because I don't think there are any that start in O that I can think of.
Well, just give the regular ones first because you might be able to change the order.
Poser une question. That's a P again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Poser une question.
And another way of going about this is if we move so where Squid is not working for me is this beginning part of whenever you feel like something is wrong is a great big lead in. We could use the first letter to say, notice that something is wrong. Then stop and ask questions. You can see where I'm trying to go with it.
Pull on une pause. Okay.
I love that we're having a work session now.
Because so for the all right, question, right?
And I can leave you guys to noodle on this now or later. Are there any other languages in the house? Does anybody speak any other languages besides English and French?
Not fluently.
Okay.
Okay, listen. Like the O, what should we do with the O?
The O, if it was, would be like a question.
A question.
You could say, where is?
Well, and yeah, Xanda, you know this stuff really well. When it comes to verbs and French and Squid, I know, right? But I'll still challenge it. It's like, so verbs in French that have anything to do with a questioning behavior. Let's start with the letter O.
You know, I already sort of.
How about outre? O-U-T-R-E.
O is not a great starting point for that.
Understood.
I'm trying to come up with things, and it's like I think that you're right. There's question words, but I'm going to defer to the people who actually have spoken French recently, because I can read it all right, but I definitely don't speak it very well.
L?
Yeah.
How about O-U-T-R-E?
O-U-T-R-E.
For exit?
Sort of weird.
No. Out means out. But if how about où sommes-nous? Where are we?
Où sommes-nous? Where are we?
Où
sommes-nous?
Où est?
Well, où is where is. Où sommes is where are, like where are we? You would have
yeah.
proper verb, so you have concordance.
Où est? Où est?
Où se trouve? Où se trouve-t-on?
Yeah, with that's true.
I feel like it's also just not as, it's harder to get condensed things. Like, we'll say there's like, it's usually an expression, right? It's a multi-word phrase.
But we know, just say
What about like observe, to observe?
That's a
Or,
good. I like
that.
Or you want it in question form?
I think observe might be a really good choice here.
Because-
Pause and
because-
observe are both very they're very friendly
Right.
with cross languages.
Yeah,
Pause and
because pulp and squid, they don't have the same number of letters. So I don't think that we should like take one letter and make it in French like this. Maybe in the meaning, right? In the meaning, we can like put the words in some order that overall they have the same goal or something like this. I don't know. Patience stuff, yeah.
It's a challenge, isn't it? It's definitely the challenge, but the beauty of this, I invite you guys to noodle on it. The idea of an animal. Okay, so here's let's set poop aside. What about animals? Any animal in French that has the first two letters overlap, as you said, Xanda, with the word stop and question. Heck, let's just focus on the word question, because the behavior we're trying to trigger is questioning. What is the word for questioning, the verb for question in French?
C'est une question.
Demander.
Oui, demander, oui.
Interroger.
Interroger.
Interroger. Pardon.
Okay.
Interroger.
So would you interrogate yourself? I assume interroger is like interrogate?
Yeah, something like that. All right.
What was the other one?
Demander is to ask.
And it's sort of
rather than demand, it's a lot less harsh than English.
okay.
And maybe.
So if you pick the words that we want to use, the verbs for question, and then go backwards and pick an animal that goes with that, it doesn't have to be a squid or a cephalopod. And we can work at it in two different directions and just play with, okay, well, what's possible?
Do you want it to be the first letter of that animal?
Question for the current match is stop, question, understand is the first three steps.
Okay. There are steps.
Some version of steps to being mindful, and that is to pause and ask a question or inquire. Is inquire a suitable word? What's the French word for inquire?
Inquire would be what?
This is just looking up in a dictionary. Renseigner.
What? Conseiller?
Renseigner. R-E-N-S-E-I. G-N-E-R.
How do you spell it?
One moment.
I put it in the chat,
Yeah.
Is that?
if you can see it. That means inquire.
I'm not sure that it's the same inquire though. Looking at the definition more.
Yeah, it might not be.
I think that that's more like.
I don't see the word. What is inquire in French?
To inquire is like demander.
Yeah, I think demander is the way that we're thinking of it.
To inquire about something.
And this was like at a more obscure word that they were suggesting as another synonym, but I think that that's more like handling business, inquire. Yeah.
Demander is to inquire, right?
Okay,
Yes.
so I typed in the word ask, because
Ask.
ask is the verb, and I got interrogor.
Interroger.
Interroger.
Interroger. So if we go for interroger as the verb that we are trying to get, this is the specific task we want people to do, is we want them to interroger.
Interroger. Well, then sèche might work.
What animal can we use that uses a letter I?
Sèche.
Sèche? How do you spell sèche?
S-E-I-C-H-E. That is a type of squid. And,
Yes.
and there is it's not so much in French, but it's used in French Canadian, is de faire un stop or stopper. S-T-O-P-P-E-R. It's anglicized, but it is the French word. Stopper. And then we have to come up with an E for to inquire. And then we would have the I.
Stopper. Hein?
Stopper, oui.
Bien, oui.
Oui, stop, comme ça.
Faire l'autostop. Oui, stopper.
Oui.
S'arrêter, s'arrêter.
Oui, s'arrêter. Yeah, stop oneself.
That's it. Stop oneself. That's exactly it.
And that's s'arrêter, which is S apostrophe A-R-R-E-T-E-R. There is an accent in there, but my computer won't write that in.
S'arrêter.
I see Kendall put egg in here in the chat, which is the word for eagle. Is that right? Egg. Which starts with an A and an I, which would be arrêter and interroger.
I didn't get the question.
This was just saying there is an animal that starts with AI, which would be much easier with arrêter and interroger, but it's an eagle, which doesn't necessarily have.
Oh, okay.
No, but they have talons.
They do indeed. Yeah, that's a really good one. Okay, somebody put that on the whiteboard. Mark, what are our options on the whiteboard for putting ideas?
And I'm gonna have to step away, but it was good to see you all and nice to meet you. And thanks for hanging out with my wonderful mom on her birthday. And happy birthday, Mom.
Xanda, having you drop by means the world to me. I love you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Bye. Thanks for the hosting, Jen.
Bye.
What is our I word?
Interroger.
Interroger.
Okay.
Interroger.
Somebody on the, John, are you available to type stuff onto the keyboard, onto the whiteboard?
So now it's not pulp anymore, right? It's sèche, right?
I think so. It might be easier.
I think sesh makes sense. It does seem like it would be easier because I really like that I. Interroger.
Okay.
And interroger.
Interroger. So what is the S? Can you type the S?
The I-N sounds like ant. You just don't say the E-N and the T. That's that same sound.
Can you spell sesh for me?
S-E-I-C-H-E.
All right.
Okay.
La sèche. La sèche. Okay.
Is it la? I'm not sure.
All right.
I'm not sure. It might be la, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Let me check.
Yeah, you can check. It might be la, since it ends with an E, but not all.
Do you?
Search.
Dr. Mel, do you know Russell Shore?
Yes, I do.
Okay, letting Russell Shore in, thank you. Russell Shore.
Yes. Hello, my friend.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Very well. Here's my first question. Welcome to the where are we, John, on our hours? I think we're at 15 hours and no, how many hours have we been doing this? We've been on since
last session.
so Russ.
16 now.
Yeah, we're working on a problem, and you have a way with words. How's your friend?
I create problems.
That too. Do you have French in your brain?
French?
Yeah.
Known.
No. Okay.
Get some.
So for those of us who do not have the French module in our brain, we are being encouraging. So the trying to find the right way to make a squid mnemonic in a French word. And I think the one that we have decided is our current favorite is sèche for cuttlefish, is the French word for cuttlefish. Let's see if I can get this. E-I-C-H-E. So we are trying to put together what those letters stand for so that we can have a French version of squid. And so far, this is the one word I know is in the I position that we like is however you guys kept telling me to say it. My pronunciation will never be good.
Interroger.
Interroger.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're trying to do the stop question stuff.
Work on this, just saying,
Say that again?
A native French speaker, of which I am not.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned my French from Pepe Le Pew,
That's tragic, but so common. Ronald is dialed in from Côte d'Ivoire.
Well, yeah,
So-
Renaud is a French speaker, so.
Yeah,
that's
and
good.
Amy
8 years of French.
and the two of you are who we have that have any experience with French. We were trying to work out how to make the French version of the squid mnemonic. We can call this a good start. And we can transition the program into something else. Russ is in the room, Amy and Renal, and then John and I have been here since midnight, my time, our time, which it is currently 4:30-ish. Russ, you've made it. So let me ask you, and can I give you the microphone and ask you to make a few comments for me on, thank you for being here for my birthday. So thank you for that. Can you say a few words about why you think squid is worth promoting and having as a concept that's out there in the world?
Well,
Five
no,
steps.
the whole thing of stop, question, understand, imagine, and decide, is, I mean, it's essential to like every thought process, really, not just not just kids who are sort of in a moment, so a lot of people just blather on and they say stuff and they're not really thinking about what they're saying, or they like the people, they listen to all this conspiracy claptrap and they don't apply any thought to it, so like somebody today was talking about, well, how everybody in Washington's a failure because they said prices would go down and prices haven't gone down, and I said, why prices haven't gone down? Well, the Biden is this and Biden is that. I said, no, people are paying them. You stop and think. The restaurants are full, the markets are full, everybody's buying everything. Housing, you can't, everybody's paying the prices, so why should people charge less? I mean, and it's stop, question, why, understand, people are, and imagine, well, this is what you're doing, when you just think of a economic situation like that, so. In fact, I thought of squid when I gave him that answer,
So the nature of today's celebration, and you've seen squid through a number of years of development. So I want to give a shout out to Russ because he is in the writers group that you guys have met Thorne earlier. Some of you met Thorne earlier. So Thorne is now helping me get the new book figured out. And I know Thorne because of you and the writers group.
Right.
So he's out in the Czech Republic and he is helping put together the book that Philip Zimbardo is co-authoring with us.
Yeah.
So, and we have Urzi back in the house. Hello, Professora Pulpo.
Hello, did I miss Sanda?
Yeah, she just left.
I'm sorry.
We'll get it another time. So Russ, the whole idea of being able to look at how do we get this to go worldwide. Phil
Right.
Zimbardo has been all over it on Mel, you have to make this global. You have to make this global. Hurry up, hurry up. And Phil was born in 1933. So he's pretty insistent about get it done now
Right.
so that we can leverage his fame while he's still available to take the mic. So, so it's been really interesting trying to figure out, okay, well, what does it look like going international? Well, part of it is it doesn't have to be in English. It's a concept.
Well, if it's an international, it shouldn't be all in English. So
Exactly. So in the house right now, and I want to welcome Professora Pulpo, who has given us the one of the first translations of what can we do with the Spanish a Spanish version of it. And you have not yet had the opportunity to read your version of the 5 Steps of Squid and the poem. Would you be willing to?
I would. And give me a moment to find it.
I will absolutely give you as long as you need because we have not gotten that on recording yet and it'll be awesome.
All right.
Okay, and I should go and get something to drink. John, I'm handing you the microphone to engage the audience until Professora Pulpo is ready, and then I will be back. Don't let her start without me.
And in the chat, I have written like SEIC. Can you check, Amy?
Yes,
Yeah.
Renaud, why don't you tell us about each one?
I've written s'arrêter means to stop, right? And écouter means to listen.
That's good.
And then interroger means to ask or to interrogate, right? And C, I've written comprendre to understand. So maybe, yeah, I think it's not so bad. I don't know. But now I'm thinking for H and E, but I'll come up with something.
I would like to introduce a special guest. This special guest we met over a year ago, and she's really taking virtual meetings and making them engaging because she is learning how to, or teaching people around the world how to create clean water around the world. Because, you know, if you don't have clean water, you don't have squids. So I would like to introduce to you Kendall Cox. Hi, Kendall. What's up?
Good to be with you all. I've been following you some on Facebook. I had some other things to do, but I was listening in a good bit of today, starting at 6:30 here. I'm over in the Central Time Zone, so it's a little later here, but it's great to see your all shining faces.
Well, welcome.
Yeah,
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
We're currently missing the Squid Lady, Dr. Mel, and our director of SQUIDminders. It looks like
Everybody stood up and taken a little stretch break.
they have. Avi is listed here as SQUIDminders, and he is in Calcutta, India. So we are worldwide, and it looks like your ship has come in, John.
Kendall, oh, I know this is a squid ship. Kendall, would you like to lead everybody on a little dance break after that French squid puzzleness?
Sure. Yes, while we're waiting.
Here you go.
On the Spanish, I think, in the Spanish version. Sure. So I'll invite everyone. You can stand up if you would like. You can stay seated if you'd like.
Okay, your choices are hip hop, Beatmaster, R&B, chill, or Chinese modern. Electrofunk is also on here.
Okay, let's go with that.
Okay, here you go. Stand up. Waiting for the beats to load. Let's see what we have here today. Okay.
Let's just start with one hand.
Oh, hold on. I gotta turn off my other music. I got both playing.
Oh,
And we're back.
There's no music.
Here we go. Okay, go, Kendall.
so we'll just start with our one hand. And now, Amy, if you want to add the other hand, what would you like us to do with the other hand? Can we do that at the same time? Turns out we can. Okay.
And stop and point and stop and point and stop.
Renaud, change
Yeah.
the right hand to something different.
Okay, the right hand. This is the right hand, right?
Yes, yes. Oh, okay. This looks like a good move here.
Right. Yeah.
And Ersi, please change the left hand.
Rhymes with Jersey. Erzi rhymes with Jersey.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a hug. With a little bit of attitude. This is a cooperative dance. Russell, add something new. I like it.
The Queen Elizabeth.
Oh yes, the royal wave.
Tai Chi, wave hand like cloud.
Oh, okay. I like it. Okay, back to me.
Yeah.
Little punching bag on this side and on that side.
Okay.
Punch it out.
John, do you have something you want to add?
Well, here I'm pushing a bunch of buttons, so you should do this.
Okay, we're gonna push buttons with John. He's not pushing our buttons. He's pushing music buttons.
We're gonna deconstruct.
John would never do that. And do it with our other hand too.
We're gonna break it down. We're gonna go down just to the beat. Ready?
The new dance.
Amy, you want to change us up? Oh, Amy's doing dancing with her fingers. I hope your heart rate is up. Renaud, bring
Like
it.
it is. Renaud, what do you have next?
Okay.
I'm going to change microphones.
Like you're on LSD or something.
And Ersi, it's you. Oh, that's a good movement. I just got my booster yesterday. That's a good movement.
Well, don't touch that spot.
No, it's okay.
got
I'm
mine
moving it around.
today.
And Russell,
Yeah.
give us a new move. I like it with the virtual backgrounds. We disappear just a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
This is just what I needed at this point. Working off some dinner.
Okay.
Thanks you all
Good.
for the
That was
virtual
fun.
dance party.
DJ Kendall.
So Kendall, tell us more about what you do.
So I'm the director of education for a nonprofit called Living Waters for the World. We work with partners who have water, but it's contaminated. So we train them how to put together a water system, and that water system can clean the water for a whole village. It's very sustainable. It's very low cost. And we have 1,050 water partners in 26 countries from right here. I'm in the United States, but probably our biggest network is Guatemala, and then Honduras, Haiti, Cuba, which is where I do a lot of work, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Peru. We have systems in Ghana and Kenya. And this coming year, we'll have systems in Liberia. And here is what the water system looks like. It filters the water and then it disinfects it with ozone.
Oh, wow.
Mhm. Sometimes we disinfect it with ultraviolet light. Or in the Yucatan, we use reverse osmosis.
It's kind of low cost too, right?
Very low cost.
Oh, yeah.
Pennies on the gallon.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's that complicated. So
Not at all. So we like to say people before PVC. That's PVC behind me. We always put the heart before the hardware.
Ah, I like that.
Because we are building relationships with folks and supporting, walking alongside each other for what we hope is a very long time. And
that's a good thing. So they understand you're not trying to poison them or make them sicker.
Nope, not at all. We'll drink the water first.
Yeah, yeah.
We teach them how to put it together
Oh,
so they can
excellent.
fix it. Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for some Espanol?
Let's do it.
I wanted to say thank you, Kendall, for doing what you're doing. One, two, I'll just go that extra step. It's my birthday, right?
Happy birthday.
I did thank you. I did a great big shout out to Mom earlier because I wouldn't be here except for 54 years ago, she helped me get my first breath. My dad was a hydrologist. So he's not running around in one of these anymore. He's back in the water supply.
All right.
Because 70% of us is always part of the water supply.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for doing what you're doing. And yeah, special shout out between you and Dad and all of that. So
wonderful.
I would like
and I love that you gave a shout out to your mom, because that's what I do. First thing on my birthdays, I go and wake up my mom and say, thanks, Mom.
I should start doing that.
Dr. Mel, I have somebody who fights cancer bringing in. Her name is Donna.
Donna. Hello, Donna.
Hello, Donna.
Welcome to the madness.
I've been listening to the madness off and on since midnight.
Oh my gosh. So which connection are you here with?
I'm with John.
Got it. I'm thinking we have not yet crossed paths, but now we have.
We have.
So we are just about to go. Who here in the room knows Spanish?
Un poco.
Okay.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Our French speakers should understand, though.
Dr. Mill, do you know Ginny Jackson?
Yes.
Ginny Jackson on the way in. Here we go.
Oh my goodness. Yay. So in the land of people who have known me since the very beginning. Ginny, how old were we when we met?
How old?
I think it was 1976.
That sounds right. So I would have been 10.
9.
Yeah, 9 and 10. So Jenny, yeah, I trust Jenny. I'm so happy you're here. Who's the kitty?
This is Maui.
I'm Maui.
Hi, Jenny. I'm Urzi. You might have heard about me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Urzi, Jenny, Urzi. Yes, we did that whole thing. Urzi is just about to do her rendition of Profesora Pulpo doing the Spanish version of Squid.
Ah.
El mente de pulpo.
So John, would you mind muting all the rest of us and let Urzi have the mic? And Urzi, I would say turn off your video filter so we can see your beautiful hat.
Okay, I can do that. Background. No, that's not what I want. we go. Yo soy la profesora Pulpo. Ahorita, mente de pulpo. Para un poco tu tren. Unas cuantas preguntas a los otros deberás hacer. Logra entender sin desdén. Piensa y opciones tú ten. Obra y decídelo bien. That is the short 5-step stop, question, understand, imagine, and decide. I'm still working on the longer poem, but I think the short 5 steps are pretty awesome.
Yay! Thank you so much. Jenny, you studied French when we were back in school, right? Way back, way back. You're on, yeah, you're on mute. We just did a round of let's see how far we can get with the French version of Squid. So, yeah, I think, John, did you drop that in the chat?
What's that?
The, I think I saw it pop up on our Slack channel, the stuff that we were doing with this, the French version of Squid.
Yeah.
We're using, yes, Renaud's got it. That's beautiful. Oh, Renaud. You're on mute, Renaud.
We got him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there we are. He's in Cote
I
d'Ivoire.
have just one question. I would like to know the pulpo in Spanish. I didn't get. No, all right. She said what in Spanish? What are the steps?
Okay, so P is para.
Para, yeah.
Mhm.
U.
And the U, it's a phrase, but unas cuantas preguntas. So it's asking questions, but the way it's phrased.
Okay,
Unas
okay.
cuantas. Logra is reach and understanding. P is think about options that you have.
No,
And-
I don't want it in English.
Oh, sorry. You want it in Spanish. Okay, so para.
Yeah, your Spanish and his French are more likely to be in common than
Yeah. Maybe it can help. That's why.
First, can you paste it into the what you just read? Can you just paste it into the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
That'd
be
perfect.
yeah. Thank you.
I was thinking that would be helpful too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
because sesh we are looking for H, but H is like
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, it has to stand. It doesn't sound, or it doesn't have, unlike Spanish, it has a sound. And in
Yeah.
Spanish, it doesn't, so.
Well, in French, it doesn't either, but there aren't that many words that I could figure out that would
yeah.
fit. And halitosis was not one of them.
So Jenny, do you have any favorite H words in French? Those are red. Dig deep.
In French?
And we're looking not just for words, we're looking for verbs. Verbs that start with the letter H in French.
Okay.
Huh?
Is alte, is that a verb?
Halte.
Alte?
Like what? Like to stop? Like sorry.
Yeah.
No, maybe we say halt. Halt is like stop, but halte, no, I
Not a
don't think
verb, okay. Just trying to be creative there.
so. Maybe.
And I thought of alas, but that was about it.
No, helas is not a verb.
No, it's not. Humanité.
No.
No. It's just, yeah.
Okay. So we are definitely noodling on the French one. And while we
Okay,
continue
let me use Google then.
Yeah.
You know,
Google.
if nothing else, there's Google.
That's right. Google has saved many a life.
So if we've got the Spanish version, the English version, the French version, and let's see, sepia. I remember, so our business, our fantastic business partner, Abhishek Gupta, is in Calcutta, India. And he has how many different languages, Urs, does he speak in India?
I think 5.
Yeah, so he's working
Please.
on some of the Indian translations, but because the English were kind enough to colonize India and make it such a dominant language there, we can use squid in India. His character name, so I'm Dr. Mel the Squid Lady, Urzi is Professora Pulpo, and Abhishek Gupta is Raja Sepia, which is King Cuttlefish. And I think it's cuttlefish in I don't know which languages. But sepia means cuttlefish in some number of languages.
I know Pig Latin.
Excellent. Bring it.
Wednesday. Or is it Idsquay?
Could be Idsquay.
You have choices.
Yes.
Quidse or Idsquay. And now we have choices.
Choices, Jay.
And to decide, right? Yeah, actually.
Okay, John, besides giving these people things to noodle on, what kind of party activities have we available to us today?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we have just the right number of people. It could be our next round of drawful. I believe we need a kinetic left brain creative activity after burning all this right brain energy.
We did some dancing, didn't we?
We did dance.
Yeah.
Led by the one and only Kendall.
Woot woot.
So Phyllis, I'll help you out. I'll play for Phyllis. Unless Phyllis, do you know how to draw on a tablet? No? Yes?
I think she's on her computer.
Oh, that's good. Let's see. So Phyllis, look for the unmute. Let's try and get you off of mute here.
Yes, John, you are officially in charge of crowd entertainment and getting people engaged at that level that only you can do 17 hours in.
Okay, well.
Hey, you guys will be here in about 2 hours, right? Because I have.
Yes, we will.
We're here until midnight.
Okay.
Pacific Standard Time. So
Hurry,
if you look at
Russell.
John's clock, we're here for another 7 hours.
All right. Well, I can dash back at some point.
Oh, definitely.
Pick us up a six-pack, Russell.
Huh?
Pick us up a six-pack.
Pick us up a six-pack. Hey, Russ.
I could give you a song.
Thank you for
Okay.
coming.
I'll listen. Sing away.
All right. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected with my soul.
Wow.
Wow, that made my day.
Nice one.
Wow. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great way to send Russ off.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll leave and then rejoin. Okay.
Sounds
All
great.
right.
It
Yeah,
will be entertaining as we get through our final hours. But we are doing, John has set this up so that this will be the record-breaking longest Zoom
Okay.
in Zoom's history.
All right. So I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah. You've been warned.
Thank you.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, Ronald, we have a photo coming up in 6 minutes.
Okay.
So can you help us get us into some unusual but photo-friendly position?
Are we really up to it?
Like which one? Okay.
Here, would you
Like
would you like to see all the past photos?
Ah? Yeah.
Here, hold please. Ready? Take a look at your screen. That's hour 16.
Oh. Yeah.
Renaud, you just nailed that one. I just gotta
I
tell you.
love that. The eyebrow is all the way up.
Thank you.
That's 15.
Okay.
That's 14.
Yeah, that's what I kept on seeing in your Facebook, right?
This
So
is
some kind
hour
of
13.
How about the Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone?
12, this was for Abby, so everybody was pointing at Abby.
He'd been on for 12 hours straight.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan, right?
Jonathan, yeah, welcome, Jonathan.
I think for our next picture, we could do the Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone.
I love it. That would be a great one.
Okay. 11, 10.
And yeah.
8.
There's 10.
7. Okay, we
That's
made that.
beautiful.
6. 5. 4. 3.
What you looking
2.
for? In wash. I put them in the dishwasher.
Okay, Renaud, what photo are we taking?
Okay, let me now.
Hi, Jonathan. La Boogie.
La Boogie.
What's up?
Okay. Wait, I need to drop my phone on something because I'm charging while speaking.
You have.
Can you still see me?
Yes.
I don't see myself. So yeah, so maybe we'll do something like, I don't know.
Like.
Okay, we'll do this.
Oh yeah.
I don't
About
know.
that time. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I gotta take my glasses off.
But like you can see me, right? Because in front of the light now.
The closer to your camera, the better.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can do that.
This is
Yeah, Kendall, you can't do that through your glasses.
what is this?
2
Kendall,
minutes
be
ago.
careful. You just had eye surgery.
Well, your retina's gonna fall out.
No, it'll be fine.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we have another couple minutes before we're
Yeah,
doing
let's-
this.
You have,
let's
you
not
can
hold
back
that
to
for
a few
2
minutes to go.
Yeah, we've got 3 minutes. I'm not doing that for 3 minutes.
Premature.
Somebody send a
love you
medic
all,
to
Betty.
Jonathan's house. Medic.
Oh, spoken word.
La
poetry.
Boogie's our artist, right?
Yes.
So he can lead us into some artistry, some annotation on Zoom, John.
Ooh.
Ooh.
On
Actually,
your
I think we
phone.
should play this drawing game and he'll be a ringer. I think he'll
Yes.
be the ringer here.
A ringer?
Yes.
He-
Almost 1 minute.
Almost 1 minute. So,
Mm-hmm.
so whenever you feel like something is wrong. So, La
I can
Boogie,
tell
did
you,
you-
it doesn't take long.
did you get to see the slides of your art? Have you seen what Avi did with your artwork?
I have
Beautiful.
not.
Yeah, beautiful slide deck. He's got the poem integrated with the pictures.
It does
It's
look good.
coming along nicely.
Did everyone get to see it yet?
I
I was
don't know.
online when we saw it.
Yeah, John, do you have a copy of it?
Yep, 60
PowerPoint?
seconds.
We'll do that after.
No, I had Abby handle it because I am not great with PowerPoints. I'm good with
We
the
have
drawing.
2 Johns in the room, so
And
to
I was
be
talking to
aware.
John Chin, but first we've got to do the thing with the eyes, right?
Right.
Where are we on time?
Jonathan, you might want to change your name to La Boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So John Chen, do you have the slide deck with the illustrations of the poem?
I do.
Okay, we'll do that in a minute.
30 seconds.
This is our artist who did the artwork for those illustrations.
Okay.
Stretching out my eyes.
20 seconds. Whoa, where did my video go? Okay, great. Okay, gonna count it down. Whoa, my mouse is in the wrong place. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it. Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Can you show us the picture?
Wait for it.
See how creepy we look.
Put your eyes
My eyes hurt.
I know. Gotta like.
Oh, nice. That is disturbing in all of the right ways.
Need some toothpicks to go with that.
What's the thing at the airport? If you see something, say something.
Okay, John's holding his monoscope up there.
Okay, all of you who are here, you can find a browser or your phone. You go to browser jackbox.tv and the room code is LAHI.
Okay, hold on. Tell me that link again.
It's jackbox.tv. I'm going to put it in the chat so you can just click it straight from the chat here.
Okay.
Here's the link.
And what is the 4-letter code?
Lambda, Alpha, Hector, Indigo.
Lahi. Lahi mahi. Ooh. Ugh.
John, in your spare time, can you send your sister the link?
Which one?
The one who loves Drawful.
Oh.
I didn't tell her this was what.
Hold on.
Jackbox.tv.
What is the code?
Lahi, L-A-H-I.
Hold on, I gotta get a link.
Copy the code. L-A-H-I. Okay.
Oh yeah, I got it.
L-A-H.
The game is locked.
Rejoindre en tant que spectateur. Indiquez votre nom.
Okay, John, can I ask a question while we were getting this set up? If you wouldn't mind cutting music for a second, I have a question for my friend Jenny over here.
Jenny, go ahead.
Okay, Jenny, can I ask you what it is about the squid stuff that you've seen so far that you think makes it important enough to share with the world? No pressure.
I guess it's simple to remember. And so it's not something that's easily forgotten or complex or like takes a lot of energy to get in your memory.
Which is why we call it a mnemonic. That works out really well. Squid is a great mnemonic. And we're drawing now, aren't we?
Oh, what are we drawing?
Were you able to log into this Jackbox TV thing?
I was, but I didn't know what I was supposed to be drawing.
You have to draw yourself first.
Should have gave you
ourselves.
Yeah, if you didn't draw yourself, Amy, what's on your screen? Let's unmute you again, Amy.
Well, right now it says, please draw horse mechanic.
Yeah, draw that.
What do you think that might look like? I drew mine.
The squid and this cat-looking thingamajig here. Okay, there's this.
I haven't had my ivermectin yet.
Well, that's coming up next here.
Oh.
Squid Marathon.
This is definitely the first time I've seen this. This is cool. This is like a Pictionary riff, a Zoom
30 seconds warning.
You could draw a box of horse warming pills. That would be horse mechanics.
You gotta make sure and hit enter. You have 30 seconds.
Warning, warning.
Is there an octopus on that picture at the top?
Yes.
Octopus. I'm
Here
thrilled.
we go.
Wow.
What is this? Yikes.
Oh, no.
Well,
That's a French major, not an art major.
that looks like someone holding reins.
So you write in something in there because you want your thing to be better than the actual thing that somebody was.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Supposed to be a secret.
We're supposed to,
So you put the picture on Zoom and then you put in your answer online.
Yes, you should be working inside your browser.
And where should we? Oh,
Okay, here are your choices. Hercules, cruise ship entertainer, orange man, a man with a plan, dad, and a rhinoceros holding a wrench.
love it. Okay. Getting the hang of it.
And you
Now
get-
what?
you give
What's
a
the
second-
answer?
You can give a second vote. We'll see in a second. You'll get a second vote for the one that you like, which is not the right, which you don't think is the right one, but the one you think is funniest, like horse and Norse holding a wrench. All right, let's hear the answers. A man with a plan. Laboogie, you just gave Squid Lady points. That's Dr. Mel, now in the lead. Cruise ship entertainer, Urzi and Squid Lady, and the audience gave Kendall points. Kendall, probably in the lead.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
Even if you log in late, you can play in the audience.
Cool. Thank you, everyone, for giving me 1,000 points.
Okay, what is this guy?
Oh, smart one.
Put in the titles here.
Ship entertainer.
I kind of feel like this is Wolverine meets Abraham Lincoln.
Do we get choices this time?
So you write them in. You have to try and write a fake answer for this.
Oh, I see.
Browser.
That's good enough that other people will pick you, Kendall.
Okay.
I choose you, Pikachu. 10 seconds.
Who are these cats with bras on?
That
Those are
was
people's
not-
characters.
The green one is me. It grabbed it before I was done.
Okay, here we go. Whatever. Flip. Cancel culture. That's pretty good. Mud
Oh,
Boss, Abe Lincoln, and potassium benzoate. Only in this group would we get potassium benzoate. Genius, people. Genius.
That is genius.
We're supposed to choose one.
Yeah. The one that you actually think is right will give you the most points. If you get it wrong, you're giving somebody else points. Abe Lincoln, Squid Lady, Laboogie, and the audience gave Kendall points. Kendall crushing it.
Wow.
And Slip. Amy Sullivan, pick the decoy. That was a fake. Nobody picked Mud Boss.
Mud Boss? That was Mud Boss.
I only had 2 colors. How are you supposed to draw Mud Boss with 2 colors?
Get mad at the game, Urzi. Whatever you do, don't stop. Just let it steamroll.
On the previous version, you only had one color, so it's
low. Okay, what is this? Somebody actually has artistic capabilities. It is not me.
Yes.
Who's the squid? That's Dr. Mel,
It's
right?
an octopus.
That is,
Oh.
that is our Professor Pulpo.
Poopo.
Hmm.
Okay, who's that? Who's orange?
Me?
That's okay, Kendall.
Hmm.
5 seconds.
Cat with abs. I like the cat with the abs.
Cat with ab. Okay, game time. Exhaustion. Mixed metaphor.
Ooh.
Sports. How Nickelback started. Sports montage. Okay, my like vote definitely goes to how Nickelback started. There. This game is so good, we could have played this game for 24 hours.
We can play it for a lot of the remaining ones. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
those. I love Pictionary so much. And I think I'm impressed with the game mechanics on this. So yeah, it's my party. I'm gonna play a lot of this.
Urzi, you got fooled again.
No, that was Urzi's. wasn't it?
Okay.
The boogie giving Kendall points.
Woo. Aw. Kendall's so good.
Kendall
I'm not
actually
sure I
getting it
understand
right.
how to play.
I'm not sure I do either.
It is the
Good
sports
lady.
montage that Dr. Mel was doing for her first try. So Kendall does know how to play.
Kendall
I
in a
lost my
commanding
1,000
lead.
point. No, I didn't lose my 1,000 points. Okay.
Kendall in a commanding lead, but there are 2 rounds. You can still catch her.
What
What
is-
is that? That looked like somebody who ran out of time. That's
It's
what I
gonna
would
get
write.
easier in the next round.
What's that?
It's gonna get easier on the next round.
It'll get something.
What happens if 2 people say the same thing?
It will actually prevent you from. It'll say somebody else got it that wrote that answer.
Oh, okay, good. I don't want anybody to put what I put.
10 seconds. Get your drawings in. Just tap enter at this point.
Hey, John, when we're doing the next round, can I log out and log back in so I can do my own avatar? Because I want to do a squiddly avatar.
Sure.
Thank you.
Mick Jagger, Spit Take, Dignity, Goldilocks, Hairball, Mona Lisa. I vote Hairball.
Oof. I feel like I'm gonna give Kendall points again.
Mona Lisa, Amy LaBoogie, giving Kendall points.
Oh, you're kidding.
Do it.
Crushing it. Crushing it.
Jonathan and I got a vibe going here.
LaBoogie scoring points with half of the audience giving you points.
Oh, yeah.
I
Even though
got
it's spelled
you. I
wrong.
got you, the boogie.
Oh, thank you.
Squid Lady giving
Yeah, we give
Urzi
each other
points.
points.
And oh, that's Spit Take. Ginny, nobody got it.
Okay, Jenny. So what's your explanation as to how that is spit take?
Well, it first said draw yourself, and then I started drawing myself. And then it switched spit take, and there was no eraser. So
This
I
is
just
really
went with
cool. I kind of like this. Okay, everyone, what is this? You people got their drawings in or their guesses in?
I have a different guess now, but that's okay.
Ooh, 3 in. 10 seconds left. Type in anything. Okay, we got them all. Here we go. Atlas egg yolk. Raisin smoking. Stuffed olives. Scroodle poodle. Olive cough.
Sounds
Olive
like a
on
strain of
fire.
weed.
This is the best
All
part
right.
of the game, is when these are revealed. Scroodle poodle for sure gets my like points. 5 seconds.
Scroodle.
Okay, here we go.
Scroodle.
Olive cough. Squid Lady. 2 up, Squid Lady. Raisin smoking. Amy Sullivan in the house.
I could see it.
Stuffed olives. Only the audience gave it to you, La Boogie.
Oh, wow.
Whoever's in the audience.
Strudel Poodle. Jenny absolutely loved Strudel Poodle. That was a perfect sound.
All right, let's see.
What is this? That is actually the best part of the game right there, is when the drawing comes out. The second best is the choices. Get creative, people.
Octopus arms are dancing.
I love it, like the squid.
You know where the octopus brains are? They're in every single arm of the octopus.
Okay, this is a riding cow. Maybe it's a hammer dog. Horse mechanic.
Oh,
Cooper's
there we
drinking.
go.
Ragnarok and cattle call. You didn't get a hint for this.
No, we did not.
What is this?
If anybody gets it wrong, it's because you weren't listening. 10 seconds. We know who them. You're gonna point that person out, I know it. Okay, here we go. Cattle call, somebody got it. Kendall still getting
Oh
points.
wait, I totally forgot. Yeah.
Here's he picking up 2 points. These are the people who paid attention. Urzy and Squid Lady, they have real brains. Everybody.
Well, I have 8 brains on me right now.
I recognized the words when I saw them. I heard them earlier in the day.
I just wanted the first one to how what it looked like.
Okay, I want to log out and get a new.
No, you got to finish this round, Mel, and then we'll go again.
Okay.
So there's second round. Draw the thing that's on your computery thingamajig. Amy Sullivan looks pained.
I am pained.
Oh boy.
We have how much time to draw?
Usually it's like 60 seconds, not a lot.
Okay.
When you're a perfectionist and you're not artistic.
That's when you ask about how long do we have to draw?
Or you ask us what are you supposed to draw for something, and then we'll know.
And then you just say the 2 words that you have on your screen out loud. That's the best.
I wasn't sure.
Potato chip factory. One drawing is in.
Because I'm so damn artistic. Or I think I am. Therefore I am.
Your squid arms think they are because they have the brains inside of the arms.
That's right. Isn't that crazy though? Your 8 arms can be doing whatever they want and you have no idea what they're doing.
Autonomy.
Ask.
That's
Hey,
true.
arm number 3, what's up? Don't bother me right now. I'm checking out this chick.
4 people are done. 30
Octopus,
seconds.
that is a cephalopod joke. Because arm number 3 on male octopuses is the special arm that makes octopuses male.
Two cephalopods walk into a bar. Okay, what is this?
I love it.
This thing looks like it needs to be scaled. Ladies and gentlemen, the flattest lizard you ever met.
Uh-oh, this song is explicit and you did not warn us.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You didn't give me the E. Bad Spotify. Okay, here we go. Is it orange lizard, scaly dog, screecher, seaweed suit, alligator with crazy long legs, and a hella monster. I think you meant Sheila, but I'm gonna say hella monster because it's funnier when I say it that way. Pick your guesses. Here
I
you go.
refuse to let Kendall win.
Tell you still can make it. Scaly Dog. Erzy!
I love you, honey.
Ginny gives La Boogie!
Yeah.
Screecher.
It's a screecher?
La Boogie is giving it to Squid Lady! Erzy, the only one to get it right for Kendall.
Wow. And Kendall,
That
nice
sounds
job.
like a fake, like,
And someone in the
One
audience.
leg.
I think Donna's in the audience because I can't see any of her cartoony things here.
Ooh, I'm
Yes,
doing
it was
good.
locked. I couldn't get in.
Who is this? What is this?
This is really good.
That is good.
I am admiring the artistic qualities of this.
This is the same one that the sports montage.
Ooh.
Sport montage person got skills.
Oh, it could be the. Oh, I have another guess. This isn't fair. I should be able to submit 2 guesses.
It is fair because only guessing, we all only get one guess.
I am really good at Jeopardy, though. So
Okay.
now with pictures.
We can play Jeopardy. Okay, is it? Okay. Green fire.
We got the burning bush.
Seaweed. Green flames of jealousy. Hello. Therapy, anyone?